Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like
a lot of wrestling on the YouTube, join our cult.
Hello and welcome to an exciting, brand new, but old edition of the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. Review of the Rumble.
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't worry, there's still going to be a proper normal episode of the podcast later on this week to cover the rest of the wrestling. This is just like the free garlic bread you get for a big order from your local pizzeria.
Nice.
That's how we're looking at it. Yeah. You're joined by Maffew, Mr. Ross, and because he's on a big walk and unavailable, Jack not here, we have Mr. Pachidi.
Hello. I don't
Mr.
like Mr.
Pachidi.
Pachidi. I don't like that at all.
Oh, sorry.
Adam. Other Adam. Call me Other Adam.
That implies the existence of a different Adam, so we won't be calling you that. We're calling you Pachidi.
That's fine.
And also, Joel is here as well.
Hello, you alright?
We're doing mint now that you're here, pal. So,
That's good to hear.
Ross, how you doing?
Absolutely fine, Maffew. Nothing to report. Just had a day of watching the wrestling on Sunday. It was delightful. How about you?
Oh, you did yours on Sunday as well?
Oh, yes. I'm glad I did. See how long SmackDown was
God.
and the Rumble was?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Anyway.
Yeah, the game's not in me anymore. Woke up, put my phone on airplane mode, had a lovely night's sleep, got up first thing, watched it, and very glad it wasn't spoiled for me because I was not expecting
No,
the thing
me
that
neither.
happened. So, what about yourself, Pachidi? How did you watch this?
I watched it live. I think we were live for 6.5 hours, including the pre-show.
Jesus.
4 matches. 2 were Rumbles. So no, it was really, really fun. And it was interesting, actually. I've been very curious about what sort of audience the Netflix deal is going to bring in. And so many people were popping in, way more than usual, going, how do we watch? How do we watch the wrestling? Show screen,
Really?
all that stuff. We get it all the time, obviously, but like so many, and it's like they've just made a massive deal. It's more accessible than ever. It's on Netflix, like in almost every country now.
Yeah. Or it's on Peacock and the places that aren't.
Yeah, but there were a lot of new people popping in, which was really cool.
Damn muggles. How
Yeah,
do you watch
right.
the wrestling? Come on.
Show screen.
Oh no, all the
Yeah,
time,
we
all
get
the time.
that,
Yeah.
That's great.
Why aren't you showing that thing you don't own?
Well, we had to. There was a Hall of Fame like a few months ago when Tom popped in for it, and he showed the entrance of. Was it Pat Tanaka who
On
came out to
WCW,
Goldberg's
yeah.
thing?
Oh, yeah.
Copyright thing like 3 days later.
Of
Just
course.
like no audio on it or anything. It was
Yeah.
an embedded tweet. No, I know.
Oh, sorry. Beg your
No,
pardon.
but like, yeah, if the best that we've managed to do so people can sync up is hold up the then now forever thing for like a split second.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
That's it.
Quick.
By the way, it's funny you say that. Pat Tanaka came up on a people you may know list on Facebook. And I'm like, what? Must need money.
I had
He's
Miro.
legendary in scamming wrestlers.
I had Miro the other day pop up on there.
Mark Miro.
Yeah, Mark Miro. I had Rusev pop up, and I clicked on, obviously. And he's having a great time not wrestling. He's just bought like a Lamborghini or Ferrari or something like that. He's there with his key. He uses Facebook like a dad would use Facebook. It was very endearing.
Like,
Didn't
how do I watch wrestling? Oh, that's nice. I had somebody who was blocked for years on Twitter, messaged me on Facebook. Hey, I'm like, no, still you,
A wrestling fan?
I guess. Ah, whatever. This is actually
I
boring.
guess I know not the message you again, Maffew, on Facebook.
Hey, you had your glasses on, didn't know it was you. But yeah, but you okay, Pachidi? We don't get
Yeah,
much to talk.
grand.
nowadays?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed Saturday night, and I'm feeling surprisingly all right. I'm full of caffeine, so I'm
Good. That'll help.
alive.
Drugs. So we're gonna go right into doing the producers and then talk about this thing that we're talking about. I imagine.
Yes, we couldn't do the podcast without the producers.
Fantastic. This could be so great doing this
haven't
with
got a
you.
clue.
Just follow his lead. You'll be fine.
I've got a resolution for Lord Bushi, the conundrum that has been for many
good.
weeks, and I'm excited to whap it out in front of you, Maffew.
words I've been hoping you've been saying for years. And we're going to go backwards because we obviously want to make good for everybody involved, not just people who got there first.
Oh, yes.
So, Kendrick Alltop.
I always go for blue on this one, but Jack always goes somewhere else, and I can't remember what he does.
All-Star by Smash Mouth.
Hey now, Cultaholic Alltop. Adam's not joining in.
I don't know his name. What is it?
Kendrick Alltop.
Hey now, Kendrick Alltop. Get the game on. Go play.
Fantastic.
See, you want to sing along with Ross? You knew all the words. Lord Bushi.
Lord Bushi, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind, Lord Bushi. Lord Bushi.
Mickey, obviously.
Joel loves it. Look at him. Pink in the
good
face,
stuff.
laughing everywhere.
it's
Putting
good
a CV
stuff,
on monster.co.uk. Tear of grace.
Oh, feel the tears on my grace. No one else can feel them for you. Only you can let it in. He loves cats. He loves cats. I've forgotten the lyrics today. Fantastic.
It's where he lives. Where's Grimsby?
Grimsby. He's from No.
Don't you say Grimsby?
No, never.
This is the only bit we can really hear through the door when it gets very exciting.
Blah, 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 Grimsby. That's why he's tearing. He's crying. Larry Rabb.
Larry Rabb, master of the
Patreon.
Patreon. Something else about Larry Rabb. Need to work that out. It's a work in progress.
I like you just saying that. You can make that work.
Yeah, cheers.
Jimmy Gillen.
Gillen, the best man can get. Nailed on that one now. I think that's it. That one.
That's good.
He's had multiple ones over many weeks, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Old Jimmy Gillen.
Levi LaRue.
He's going in for the kill. He's doing it for the thrill.
Why? LaRue!
Oh,
sorry.
there you go.
Jesus Christ.
That was me throwing a little dangly chain thingy, baby. What? Where's he from again? The Raging Cajun. That place. That party town. I've forgotten the name.
Morpeth.
Morpeth Town. Yes, that's right.
Noah Anderson.
Anderson.
Is that all he gets now when everyone else has got a song? I feel a bit sorry. It's a great thing, Anderson.
I had a song from a few weeks ago based off the old Anderson Manchester United chant, but that's been...
I don't know that one.
Anderson, son, he is on the Patreon. Anderson,
okay.
son,
I can do.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, yeah. That was
Do
the
the
first
left,
way.
do the right.
Do the samba beat tonight.
Da, 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 da. Reno 2200.
On the future.
In the future. Remember that one.
Streamline.
See,
A lot more subdued than usual.
This is why we did it from back to front, because he always gets the whole hog, doesn't he,
does.
Reno? So there's the subdued version for you.
It's nice, that,
Reno,
yeah.
Got to share the joy evenly, apparently. It's not quite as fun when you're on your own.
All right, communist. So that's a start. Let's go on with the rest.
Yeah.
This is This Week in the Wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
The day in wrestling. Yeah, that works.
It was Saturday.
It was Sunday to us. The Royal Bloody Rumble. Obviously, there's no notes on the kickoff show or pre-show. Definitely no one bringing signs about a certain internet person that Cody Rhodes pointed at, and everyone went, "Oh God in heaven!"
Is this the what was the old?
No, it was nothing. I just made that up.
Christian. That was the one.
Is
yes.
what you're looking for. But there was also DSP. Got to mention as well.
It's the same person. That person who brought the sign.
Was
I'm
it?
playing DSP and Christian, the same person, but yeah, he went, "Look, my sign made it on." I went, "Oh God in heaven!" Of course you follow me.
So what's the reference there? Could you run me through if you can do on the
Ask
podcast?
Sam. He's watched every part of that 900 series on the legend that is Christine Chan. Beg your pardon.
It's worth 100 hours of your time if you've got a moment spare. There's a full documentary about Chris Chan and the love that happened allegedly.
Royal Rumble.
Cody knew. Cody doesn't go, "Oh, what does that sign say?" if he doesn't know, and then give that reaction. If I was Cody Rhodes and I saw Christine Chandler loves Barb or whatever it said, I wouldn't go, "Oh, okay, cool, whatever." You go, "Oh, congratulations, that's lovely." He knew.
Talk to the audience. Oh, this is always death.
So there's not a little short explanation.
No.
It was Barb.
No. I regret it. I had to bring it up because other people would be messaging me about it. But so, very nice looking area they're in.
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, yeah. It's crazy that either drew 65,000 or 70,000, depending if you read the Chiron or heard Triple H's voice. Still a crazy amount of people. That's just normal now for WWE. And it is crazy to me that Royal Rumble 97 isn't even in the top 20 of all-time WWE attendances.
From the Alamo Dome.
That's right.
Shawn Michaels coming home
That's right.
to the Dome. My
right.
goodness me.
As if.
To beat Sid in a rubbish match because he had the flu, allegedly. So Stephanie McMahon starts the show because she's the only executive, only McMahon in the General Grant lawsuit that wasn't named. So if she was unavailable, Hillbilly Jim would have opened the show.
Her Twitter bio now reads, avid WWE fan, I saw just before we came in.
really?
Has that been changed recently?
I assume so. I mean, she's been gone for a while now, hasn't she, from an official position?
She's working on some project.
Triple H talked about it. It was like
documentary
The
series.
Adventures of Steph. I'm like, what the hell is this?
It's called Stephanie's Places or something, isn't it? Like she's on a boat with the
She's a
bloodline.
fisherwoman.
Yeah.
No, wasn't it compared to a show called Peyton's Places? I don't think it's called Stephanie's. I don't even know if her name's in there.
It is. It's called Stephanie's Place.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
She goes on a boat with Roman and the lads. Looks like a great time.
Oh. So after Steph opens the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, the Women's Rumble match opened the show, with Charlotte Flair eventually winning it.
Who saw that coming? Everybody.
Your thoughts there, pal?
Well, overriding thoughts, it was a game of two halves for me. Like, there wasn't really that many moments to get you out your seat in the first half of the match. They were far more spaced apart than the second half of the match. But from that final sort of 10 entrance onwards, they went war-tish up through the gears, and it was many, many things happening in a row. Didn't feel like I had moments to breathe towards the end there. 1 hour, 10 minutes and 20 seconds was the full run time for the match, which has got to put it up there. I couldn't find a list of just Rumble lengths. But it's got to put up there in terms of singular Rumble matches, in terms of length, surely.
I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, before the men's has happened, obviously, because the men's was... I think the men's was like 1 hour 30 by the time Rey Mysterio was left of the show, by the time Rey Mysterio was making his entrance. Got to be the busiest Rumble of all times on my notes in terms of how many ladies were in the ring at one single time. It just felt like there was maybe a little bit... Was it too close to sort of really pull you in? Or is that sort of the beauty of that sort of thing? I don't know. Couldn't work it out in my head.
Yeah. I was off the thing. How's there any room to do anything else other than I'm going to hold you like that?
It really felt as though somebody would come in, shine for 90 odd seconds, then the next person would come out. And I was waiting for the Nia spot to happen a lot earlier, like a big load of eliminations, a monster coming in and getting rid of everybody. And that didn't happen. So there was just a lot of sort of waiting, it felt.
Yeah. Oh, it's so-and-so. She's going to do her cool moves. She did them. Cool. Here's the next person. Like, all right. And a lot of wrestling is like that nowadays, but you don't really associate that with the Rumble all the time. So it was like, okay, they've indified the Rumble. Fantastic.
Yeah. To your point, though, Adam, Nia came in 28th and got the most eliminations in the match with 9. Charlotte was next with 4.
Is that the most ever as well?
Potentially.
I think it is.
Yeah. Who had 8? Someone had 8 who came in earlier. Was it? It wasn't Nia, was it?
There were 3. There were 3 shared ones. I think Nia. Shayna did well, but they shared it with 3, didn't they? And I can't remember. It was Nia, I think, Shayna, and then one other one.
But you know what? If we didn't write it down, that lovely thing I had at the bottom telling us who's in next, how long they've been in, everything else like that. I really liked that little part.
Not for the whole match.
No?
It wound me. I really, really liked it, and I thought it was interesting, and I think it's brilliant for like new fans coming in on Netflix who haven't watched wrestling for ages or never watched wrestling. You just get a couple of bullet points, what this person is, what they've achieved, or what they're about. Really, really like that. But the thing I just thought was a bit much for the whole match. They could have faded that away. Minor complaint, you know.
Yeah, I thought it was really welcome. Just seeing how many are in there, how many are to come out, how many have been eliminated. How B-Fab recently formed a team with Machine. We wouldn't have known that without that little bit at the bottom during B-Fab's entrance.
And you find out, obviously, not everyone has the time to watch every bit of wrestling. They listen to fantastic, smart people like ourselves to get their wrestling information. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff them take into consideration. So I liked it. So get it up you. So great camera work for the entrances are put here. I thought it was very nice, just the long
elevated
shot.
Stage. That shot where it went backwards and the crowd were like down here and the wrestlers were up there. I thought that was lovely. That took you back to like WrestleMania 3.
I think it's the best ramp setup that they've ever had. The thing on that, is it a dolly? What's that called? Where the camera moves along and it went down the whole way, including the curve. I thought the shots looked beautiful.
Yeah, it was get a steady cam, like what Kubrick had for The Shining.
Yeah, strapped to the back of Hornswoggle, just running laps up and down. That's all it was. It's a wonder what a gimbal can do these days.
He'd take that booking. So we got some notes here. Io looked grand early going. Perez got her spots in too. Valkyria's gear broke. It's good.
That wasn't me reacting. That was me reacting to your pronunciation.
Of course it was.
Right. It wasn't. I've made that sound terrible.
Valkyria. No more than Wade did. Wade excitedly pointing it out while rubbing his knees.
Yeah.
Cole managed to mention her accolades about name dropping birds. He's learning.
Well done. We're getting there step by step.
And I'm glad that the little thing at the bottom didn't say, "Ooh, she's a bird."
Yes. She's going to spread her wings and fly to the main event of WrestleMania when she wins this Rumble.
Also, knows Becky.
Yeah.
Who was conspicuous by her absence.
I know, yeah. I was shocked by that. I was expecting if Charlotte came back for Becky to come back as well, just to... But then again, I don't want to put my expectations ahead of what they put. Because that's been a common theme this weekend, hasn't it?
So you.
But speaking of Lyra, I got as far as her entrance, which was the 4th before I lost me temper with Def Rebel on this night. They need to go.
You know your stuff as well. So when I'm sat there with Andrew and I'm waiting for the name to pop up on the thing because I know who it is, and I feel like, oh man, I'm a crap wrestling fan here.
Yeah.
It's so nice to hear it from you, the expert of wrestling music.
The world record holder.
Yes.
But it is that 2 seconds where people are hearing the music and going, who is that? Then the name comes up on the Tron. Then they react. We're getting robbed of so many. I mean, Alexa Bliss is obviously a little bit of a different one because they flashed up her name straight away. And that was probably the pop of the night. But apart from that, it really did ruin the Rumble for me. And that might just be me.
I'm used to it now because we had this last year with that famous clip that went round of Seth Rollins watching from the crowd and had this look of like, I don't know who this is either until the name popped up. And you're like, oh, and you work for them. This didn't bother me so much until the tag match later on. It was DIY and then Motor City Machine Guns back to back. And I'm like, oh.
DIY seems one of Def Rebel's best offerings in the current day.
What?
Sounds like the Undisputed Era's theme from back in the day, which I think is on purpose from Gargano especially. You can tell he had a little hand in. Make it like that one. Go on, please.
I think it's about the stings, just the opening 5 seconds. That people would get on board a little bit more if everybody had, like, I don't know, Ricochet's, like, the thing, like Austin's glass, Brett's, all that stuff. And a lot of them, it's just like this very generic sounding stuff. It's worse for the women, isn't it? Because they get less TV time, so people are even less familiar with the themes.
Yeah, I agreed. Chelsea with a big pop. B-Fab, who I swear just returned to wrestling a month ago.
She's been on Machin's side for a little while.
That's
now.
what I mean.
Had a
Like,
couple of outings.
it's Machin's friend, B-Fab. Ivan Al getting the "You Suck" chance, but looking way better than last year with a double German.
Her
Nice.
appearance at the start there with all the Germans and the fact that actually got a "You Suck" chant, which you don't get normally on the weekly shows, it was nice to see.
Yeah, she had time to make her entrance as well, so obviously that helped. And sorry, the double Americans. I do apologise. Zoe Stark showing up with only face camo, wearing white sparkly gear, as Cole yelled, "She's a sniper!" Made me howl. Yeah, where is she?
I tell you what, she had one of my highlights there where she messed up with abbreviated commas, like the springboard dropkick that she whapped out on Dakota Kai on Raw. Messed it up, but somehow turned into a buckshot lariat without the flip at the start. Was fantastic, as it was becoming known in the match that PFC were becoming the Big Show and Kane from 2015 for that period of time in the match, which was really weird to me because they've not been featured at all on Raw. They always get that sort of random match towards the end where they all wear black together and stand there looking menacing, but there's no real storyline development between any of them. So it was weird that they got that. I know it wasn't much of the Rumble match, but there was a good chunk of it where it was just about them taking out everybody together. Yeah,
You're right, that was the only thing that really broke it up.
They felt like a threatening unit for the first time, perhaps ever, didn't they? They actually felt like a thing. And to do that on one of the big 4 pay-per-views, maybe they've got something in mind. I hope they don't, because I don't find them very good. But
Thank you for some kind of positive there. Some positivity. Last Legend charged to the ring and looked grand running over everyone and then using Nile as a weapon. Green finally eliminated someone. Big pop. She's such a good heel, I'll put her. Belair comes in to outdo Lash with athleticism. The 10 punches in corner spot, continually adding more and more people coming in.
Was that when Bianca kept backflipping out?
Yeah.
That was good.
That was probably the highlight of the match for me.
Yeah.
Shayna at number 11, I've put 4 exclamation marks here. She's tied for most eliminations, 2 exclamation marks. But it's 2025 and it's like seeing Taz in Royal Rumble 2001.
Whoa! Take that one, Shayna. Or the booking team.
The booking team, how dare you. Love Shayla. Niall launches Valkyria. And then Bailey, who Cole compares to Hogan, comes out. No need for that, mate, just because she calls you an idiot on a weekly basis. Sonya is here to no pop because PFC suck. Green heads out and tells Cole she's having a timeout. Cole yelling, "Are you eliminated?" like an old person was funny. Maxine Dupree, second Rumble, let's hope it's better than the first. Verse Caterpillar, German suplex, eliminated Ivy, then got eliminated seconds later. Hell yeah, well done.
Good little moment
Massive pop for her. Tremendous babyface sympathy. She's over as hell.
Yeah.
She's improved so much. I think she's great.
I think we'll get some sort of WrestleMania thing between either Chad and Otis or all the other characters involved as well, because it felt like they were setting up something there, not just for the lasses, but also later on for Chad and Otis.
It's been a long feud. This hasn't been blown off. 15 is Naomi, and everyone decides to remove PFC. And I said, hopefully from my TV screens. Oof, God,
Whoa,
don't say
take that booking team.
Piper at 17. Chelsea Green very happy. Piper eliminated Green accidentally. No one's happy.
I mean, even though that spot was like as telegraphed as they come, the pop that it still got was fantastic, which shows how over Chelsea and I guess Piper is the secret Hervis are.
That's right, yeah.
Which is how people from Asherton say that brand of bread.
Is it?
Yes, Hervis.
I did not know that.
That's
Thank you for that.
a very colloquial joke that no one outside the Northeast will get.
By the way, do you know that the concept of like, get down, Mr. President?
Get
that
down,
old thing
Mr.
from
President.
years ago, yeah.
No.
Talked about this last time, and no one's messaged me to go, yes, Matthew, I remember that. So
Get
that was the
down,
other way
Mr.
around.
President.
It used to be like you go on the piss with mates, and then everyone would like do this, and everyone else would do that, and pretend to be like agents, and then the last person to do it was the president. So everyone would go, get down, Mr. President, and then you just rugby tackle him in a pub.
So it's like the thing where you hold your fingers down there. Everybody's
bit like
playing
that,
without.
yeah.
No, I've never heard that.
No.
So, wait, what does the loser have to do, Mr. President? Get
Well,
shot?
whatever they're doing, everyone goes, get down, Mr. President, and just gets taken out.
No, we didn't have that on the
The,
Isle of
idea, the
Wight.
implication is someone's trying to kill him, we have to take him down, and obviously wait until he's drinking or whatever.
And how many times a night would this happen?
I mean, twice before people are like, all right, can we stop now, lads?
We used to have Teller. I don't know if I've said this on the podcast before.
What's Teller again?
We used to, when you used to be like laddie lads, and you'd see someone and go, "Oh, what a pretty lady," or something like that. And if someone went Teller before you said Teller, you'd have to go over and tell her, otherwise.
Yeah, we had that as well.
Terrible, terrible
not
game.
that.
Terrible game, and you had to say it verbatim as you said it.
Dangerous. Yeah, it's very scary.
dear.
What, so if you went like, oh, she's fit, you'd have to go up and go, you're fit.
If you didn't say Teller, but the person next to you said Teller before you said Teller, you'd have to go over and say.
Like adult jinx.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
And so would you?
I never got caught out personally because I was always on guard.
All right, but
It was very
what if
respectful.
your mates do it then?
Very respectful.
Not like Akon, my goodness me. Damn, she's a you-know-what. But yeah, plenty of people did, and many drinks were bought. It was great times.
Okay.
What, many drinks were? It was successful.
No, because that was the punishment. If you didn't have the bottle to go over and do it, you had to buy a drink.
Oh,
to get
I
out of it.
thought like same as you. It's
I
like,
mean,
this
some-
actually worked. Thank
For
you.
some people it did, but
10 years later, we're now married. I appreciate Teller. God. And Natalia to a big pop at 18. I noticed the method of person comes in and does their stuff also means a lot of people doing nothing around them while that happens. Yeah, there we go.
I
Notice
think
that.
this was a thing. I mentioned this earlier to Adam. The production of this year's Rumble was a bit of a misconnect for me because it felt like they were filming the ring during entrances, but they didn't tell the wrestlers they were filming the ring during entrances. So when the
That's been a
wrestlers
thing for a while.
when
yeah.
the wrestlers were doing nothing, it was more egregious in the men's matchup for me. But yeah, when the entrances were happening and people would just stand there thinking, "Oh, they're filming the entrance, not filming us." It really did like slow things down.
Yeah, another thing is I watch a bunch of Rumbles on Twitch. Don't take me down, WWE, I love you. And you know, it's back in the day, people would be like punching, trying to get people out and actually doing something. But there is a lot of like, well, I'm just going to lie down here. No one's going to do anything. And I didn't notice it until I went back and, oh yeah, this is what people used to do in the Rumble. But now it's like, hey, I'm knackered, me. You're all right, Deirdre. I'm all right. I'm just going to lie down next to you.
Or do what Bianca and Naomi did. I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. So I had to point out.
So yeah, Naomi sat down in the corner, like on the bottom turnbuckle-ish. And then Bianca gets sort of pushed into her, but like her legs straddle Naomi, so they're sort of like sitting on top of each other like that. And then Jordan Grace is kicking the back of Bianca's shoulder blades, so her head's going like up and down into the bosom area of Naomi.
Oh, I
and
missed
you
that.
just see Bianca come back and just pissing herself with laughter.
Speaking of which, yeah, Jordan Grace is next, and she's legal now because she's in TNA, and TNA's with WWE.
She's 21.
Yes, I realised how that sounded. I should have worded that, but I do apologise. Also, she lied. Her poor mother.
Whoa.
Her poor mother's birthday that she says it's going to be at.
What I told you this last week, the birthday party was at the Rumble event. She got tickets for everyone to go and see the Rumble. Just so happens that she was in the Rumble. But I
Wow,
thought
what a coinky dink.
she was fantastic when she got in there. The German on Jaden Parker when she got in there was rough. Potential NXT feud hint I've put there, question mark. Grace was also eliminated by Julia later on, so maybe she is going to NXT because, she did do a lot of impressive things to main roster people. The two bookends were like NXT centric.
I really got carried away with Jordan Grace because I didn't want to pick Charlotte.
I mean, she probably could carry you away, in fact.
More than welcome. I went for Jordan Grace to win the thing. I went for Jordan Grace to win the thing because I thought, there is a potential here because they're so hot on her that they might do the Brock Lesnar thing and push her to the moon. And like Jordan Grace versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania would have been fantastic. And I'm sure we'll get there eventually and everything. And it was cool to see that she had such a fantastic showing, and she really, really did.
Yep.
But I don't know. We'll talk about the winner in a minute.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But that DVD she does on Piper Niven as well, where she somehow lands on her feet and bounces back off the ropes. Fantastic stuff.
DVD, they've got a 4K at this point.
Oh, yeah. She was clotheslining folk while being choked from the rear. My goodness me. From the rear, not by the rear.
Yeah. We'll move on. Belair tries to eliminate Grace because her friend can only be her friend. Normally isn't allowed to be friends with anyone else. Mission to no pop. Bless you. And then Alexa Bliss, number 21. Giant pop. Commentators say nothing for a while, so the reaction can be absorbed, which I thought was nice. And as soon as they start talking, they yell, "Don't read the dirt sheets. I thought she was gone from this company." I'm like, okay.
They're the ones that have fed that information out.
Yeah.
Dave Meltzer's had a rough time.
Yeah.
But Dave Meltzer's got sources that have been good in years gone by, but currently are wank. So Dave Meltzer, when he put this story out, is sort of like, it's just based on his sources, isn't it? That's how journalism works.
But I honestly
Yeah,
think...
only as good as your sources, quite right. And I'm sure you appreciate the giant Meltzer fears facts, whichever
Yeah.
sign it was.
I think he's been fed incorrect information purposely. I like with his AEW stuff, it's a lot more accurate than his WWE stuff has been for
Well,
a
you know,
while now.
Osprey's good with his phone.
Yeah. So's Jericho.
And Jericho, sorry.
Yeah, I'm more inclined to take it with a big old dump truck assault when it's WWE.
Hey, you like that?
Oh, beep.
Maffew loves a dump
That's a
truck.
podcast joke. It's all right.
Dump truck.
There's an indie guy. His gimmick is, I'm not sure if he's either a bin man or he's supposed to be a truck, but his mate's a bin man. So he does the like, almost like Rikishi Sting face, but he backs up slowly, and the crowd goes beep, beep, beep. But his mate, who's going to hive, is going, go on, you're good, plenty of room.
Where does he wrestle?
Earth.
On the internet.
Okay, right.
But yeah, back to Alexa Bliss. That was the pop of the night for me.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
bigger
it
than
was.
Jey Uso's win for the win as well, and the little jacket she had on as well. The friend forever, but the R was in like little white text because it said fiend forever. Right touch.
Very nice.
A right touch.
Zelina, the big weeb, looking great, enters without Wade yelling about her cosplay dying horribly, as he likes to do when he knows what the reference is. Thank you. It's the Bells podcast. Oh, forget your name. Someone online said, "What were you dressed as? Was it the Divas title?" And she went, "Yes."
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
I didn't get that. Right.
Goodness
No.
me.
I would never have got that. Someone pointed out, like, "Oh, that's nice." Yeah. Stephanie Vaquer is here and gets a good pop. Vac did the squat move, and it's not the same without Booker grunting.
It's better. It's much better without Booker T going, over it and over it again and again and again. I really enjoy watching that move without Booker T. Have you seen this?
Yes,
heard
yeah,
it?
I'm
NXT?
familiar. I genuinely, NXT, I watch it muted. It really winds me up now.
Really?
Yeah, even if I'm just watching little clips here and there. Because he's really fun in small doses. And that should...
So is arsenic.
That should lend itself to clips, which is what I generally watch of NXT, because I don't catch the show every week.
Oh.
But I've grown to find him quite insufferable. He's
We just
hard
got
work.
Stockholm syndrome at this
I
point,
was
haven't
going
we?
to say he's the wind beneath our wings on the podcast.
No, he's funny. He's funny. Of course, he's funny. He's relentless bollocks, isn't it? Though the noises, as you say in here.
Oh, yeah, man.
It does nothing for me. Well, he wouldn't be employed anywhere else, would he?
He's a WWE Hall of Famer.
No, of course, 2-time. Yeah, good for him. Great wrestler.
So it's great that there's a 3-person commentary booth on NXT. So we're getting used to the fact that 2 people have watched NXT. But God, there's a lot of people in the match. Trish at 25. Only legends so far. I'm glad they've brought out one of the questions actually for the mailbag, but glad that they've cut down on them. Because now just...
At least there was a couple this year, yeah.
Yeah. Colt brought up T and A and said it like that. So no one thought she was part of that other company. She was dressed how she was with T and A. Test and Albert.
yes.
That was the joke. Raquel is here, and God, has she lost a lot of momentum since joining Judgment Day. So I thought was
She never had momentum.
Oh, she
What are
did
you
for a
talking
bit.
about?
No, she did. She had a big back. She'd go, look at my big back.
Still has a big back. Even the debut, people were well, they flubbed it anyway, didn't they? But even the debut, like the joining of Judgment Day and that thing, it was awful.
Yeah, they got the cues mixed
Been a
up
while.
on that one, didn't they? Like she came in a bit earlier, a bit late, and the ref didn't see
Oh,
it.
the bad blood match. I know what
Yeah,
I'm talking about now.
even though the ref should have seen it.
Yeah.
Never had momentum.
At least
No,
she
no.
wasn't...
Before
main
this,
roster.
that's what I'm saying. Before joining Judgment Day.
Right. Okay.
Before then, obviously the injury and everything else
Feels
like
like
that.
a
She had the
lifetime
time off.
ago.
It does, doesn't it?
You would have been happy though. She didn't have a big poo on that you keep mentioning
Oh, I'm
every
so
bloody
glad.
week.
She listens to the podcast.
She
We'll
got a
love
big
you.
poo
Oh,
So she wears an attire that has
Oh,
like
God. This gear, man.
it's like what, like a nylon sort of flame in the middle.
It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
brown flame. A dirty brown flame. You know, we've all seen them.
Have we?
She don't really listen to the podcast, does
No,
she?
no,
Some
she
do,
was
that's
until
all right.
3 seconds ago. Liv eliminates Nat via code breaker. And Alexa eliminated via code breaker. Massive boos. Wow.
Yeah.
Surprised that hey, Alexa's here. And she's gone.
Yeah, I was saying earlier as well, it is weird to think like of how much steam Alexa lost in her last run compared to how much she had like way back when. So it's nice to see people have got longer memories. Because she was fantastic back in the day, wasn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just that, that horrible run during lockdown wasn't her bloody fault.
Yeah.
But she gave it her all. Even with the really bad creative, every time. I mean, she came out and went like, I was having the most fun of my career doing that crap creative, wasn't she? But literally everything that she does, she like invests in fully. And I think people acknowledge that and admire that. I think they should have called an audible. I'd have chucked Charlotte out.
Yeah, that was never going to happen. Have you seen these promo packages on the jets?
Yes.
With the cars?
Yes.
Top girl.
And a pyro during a rumble?
Yeah.
Only 2 people got that this year.
Yep.
Charlotte and was it Jacob Fatu? I think. During the rumble itself.
I'll do a Cena.
Cena? Did Cena?
Did Cena get pyro?
No, I don't think
No, because do not interfere with that.
I think Jacob got some flames in the sky.
Oh, yeah.
Like the prom queen and prom king.
That's what they have in America. Charlotte is here next. Massive pop and pyro, and the entrance is so long that it takes her forever to get there. She's soaking up the cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah. She did no rush to get in the ring, which does make sense, I guess. But
Yeah. It looks like she's been brought back as a face as well, if you can read anything from the final 3 of a rumble. Because the final 3 was Roxanne and Nia. And off the promo packages and just the fact that Charlotte, and she's much better as a heel, I was thinking maybe she is coming back as a heel. Because how can you... Well, this is weird. This is a British guy saying this. How can you like someone really rich and successful while you are not? But that's America, isn't it?
yeah. Yeah. Mission and Piper eliminated, then Julia. Cole reminds us she's got a big match on NXT soon, so thank you for letting us know she's not winning this match. Cheers, Cole. Appreciate that. Julia knees out Grace, then Vac and Julia do the big stare as people get excited to face off Charlotte and Bayley. It's the Horsewomen versus the current gen, the PS5. And then it turns into NXT versus WWE very briefly because then, who cares about that? Here's Nia Jax.
Yeah. That spot where she eliminated multiple people at the same time.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll
Keep your eyes on Io Sky on the far left as you're looking at the screen. She just gives up. She's like right on the edge of it and just falls out just of her own accord.
Yeah, we'll get that in a few seconds. But Trish gives her a Frankensteiner, and then Nia elbows her out because of Candice. Then everyone runs at her until Nikki Bella at number 30. Oh, wow.
Everyone went wild, guys, said Michael Cole.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
While the shot of the cousin,
Hilarious.
the cousin bar, I don't know where it was in America. I think it was somewhere in Texas. There's a lass right at the front of it going,
So funny.
I can't believe this.
They set her up for failure. This is completely WWE's fault. Imagine putting a legend, right, in the number 30 spot when people are expecting AJ Lee. What a bastard thing to do to Nikki Bella, because I quite like Nikki Bella.
Oh, no, I thought, sorry. I think she got a good pop. It was just that later on they showed this clip of like Cole going, and the crowd went wild at this live showing of like a big watching Rumble on the big screen. And no one, well, the people at the back that reacted, but the people right at the front were like,
No, I can't.
In the arena, she got half the pop that she would have done. Had she not, if they put her in at number 29, which they could have easily just done, people might have still been expecting AJ Lee. Yeah, they'd have been disappointed then, but put a heel in there. Put a heel in at number 30.
was
What
there
are
any
you
indication
thinking?
AJ Lee was going to be in this?
Speculation.
Those dirt sheets, you mean?
CM Punk did a little comment. I think it was when he was on Pat McAfee where he was just like, she's not going to be there. But there was like a little glint in his eye. So Pat was like, hey. So that's when people went a bit.
So we're going on CM Punk saying she's not going to be there. Oh, wait, Jordan Grace says she was going to be. Hey, it's complicated, this, isn't it?
I saw a clip of Triple H when somebody went AJ Lee during the presser, you know, the thing that they do on stage the day before, and the tweet, it had like 20,000 likes or whatever it was, and they went, oh, just watch Triple H when they when they shout AJ Lee. You couldn't even see his face; they were shooting him from behind.
Twitter is just insane now.
It's bollocks, isn't it? It's so bad
because they're all children and porn bots. So like.
Life is much better without Twitter. Wrestling fandom especially. When I'm not on the news here, I don't look at Twitter at all to see the headlines.
And this is why you're so happy.
It
And
sets
there's a
you up
spring
for-
in your step.
Sets you up for disappointment every single day. Like this Drew McIntyre thing that's happening now.
Oh, no,
it's
really?
nothing. It's going to be nothing. We'll sit here in 2 weeks going, I can't believe that story came out and led to nothing.
My mate said it's like, look. I don't know what is it? It was the Daily Mail link. I went, mate, come on now.
Because he did the same after CM Punk came back.
Survivor Series, right?
The same story came out, so... whoever fed that to Meltzer then Was it Meltzer who broke that news then?
Sean Ross Sapp has said it's not a work as well. PW Insider have said it's not a work. But they're probably all getting fed.
Yeah.
Won't get fooled again.
But no, I think it's what's fun about being a wrestling fan. So I get quite invested in it, and the backstage drama has always been more interesting than the stuff that happens in the ring.
But now the wrestling companies know this, so they're trying to, you all know this. It was like, but then we have to suspect everything you tell us is not real.
That's why it's so good, because it's like it's an evolution of kayfabe, isn't it? Because we all know that the in-ring stuff is fake and is predetermined. So now they have to do it outside the ring, and I think that's fascinating. I think that's really cool.
But Cheaty, don't you see? He blinked twice when someone yelled AJ Lee.
Couldn't see his eyes.
That's why Nikki Bella was booed.
At least the question: where does Triple H's face begin and end now that he's bald?
Yeah.
I can see his face. It's the back of his head. No, it still counts.
It's got one of those like the first Harry Potter film.
That video of him having his haircut was brilliant. Completely bald.
Get his haircut.
So shiny, but the guy's still going around with a little razor.
We don't one hair like Homer Simpson, do you? I guess. Everyone decides to eliminate Nia like the Battle Royals of old. And then Nia does my favorite silly thing in all of wrestling, where there's like 10 wrestlers around one goes, "Roar!" and they all fly off.
Yeah.
I love that every time. But she do it like, Akira Tozawa doing it one time.
Next year.
Yes. Nikki then does 4 push-ups to show she is tough. Aye, that's what you do in a Rumble, I've put here cynically.
They were brilliant push-ups.
It's a Rumble.
They were textbook. There was a lot of that. I think that was a theme that went through both matches this year as well, was the posturing. The standoffs between the wrestlers. Some of which was earned, some of which wasn't. We'll get on to the big one in the men's later, because I thought it was slightly ruined by what came before it. But yeah, there was lots of that this year.
I'm glad you brought that up, because my mate said, I'm watching this with my friend who doesn't watch wrestling, and all he's saying is, why do they keep on staring at one another? They're all going to kiss. And then Io, Vac, and everyone else tries to eliminate a bunch of people at once, so they all flop out because Nia gently nudges them. And I'm like, well, that was crap. It says, well done living Io for lasting an hour and then getting dumped like that. Nia eliminates more people, so it's Nia, Charlotte, and Roxanne. And I've my live notes here. Did Belair and Bayley get dumped too? What? I barely noticed. I had to go back and see. I went, like that? That was crap, that.
Ah.
There were some big names here, and they were just treated like, whatever.
It's the Royal Rumble, Maffew.
Yeah, but to be all, there's some, I know, obviously, but some protection involved in some of the bigger stars should have been there. It's just, all right, Nia. One push eliminates everybody.
I loved it. I thought the Nia thing was really good. The fact that she's got this Royal Rumble record now, 9 eliminations, and like all of them or most of them were like at the same time.
Yeah.
How cool was that?
It's like, okay. Perez and Nia and Charlotte do the Sid Hogan 92 thing, and then Charlotte big kicks her out. Okay. Well, it wasn't horrifically awful, but it was also not much, I put here. I was waiting for something to happen, and then we just got the person comes in, gets their stuff in, then hangs out until Nia pushes them out. Cole tells us Perez beat the record for longest run in the Women's Rumble. Aye, and she didn't win, so who cares?
Aye, the longest...
Oh, wow. I was not very happy at the end of that.
The longest tenured people of the match is interesting, because Roxanne's their longest, 1 hour, 7 minutes, 47 seconds. She eliminated one person, Julia. Liv Morgan, 1 hour, 7 minutes exactly, eliminated one person, Alexa Bliss. Io, 1 minute, 6 seconds, 45 seconds, didn't eliminate anyone. How do you manage to go over an hour not doing that?
1 minute, so you mean
1 hour, yeah.
Because that's funny, Michael Cole said
Michael Cole did that, didn't he?
I said 1 minute, 8 seconds, but way back. Oh, wow, really? That's really impressive.
I wonder if that was planned for Roxanne to get the longest, or if it just went long, and as a result, she's just got the longest time in a Rumble now.
Sorry, Charlotte soaked up all the applause, so you've actually broke the record accidentally.
Yeah, she is very, very good. I worry, this is a weird worry to have for her, but she is that young. I'm sure she's like 12 or 13 now. Is her going to the main roster after this and after the NXT title runs and whatnot? Is it too much too soon, lads? Is it too much too soon?
I mean, what else is she going to do if she's done everything she can on NXT?
I don't know, Maffew. That's my worry.
Oh. So she can main event, she can beef with bloody Obafemi because there's no one else for him to bleed wrestle.
Might as well. She'll beat him as well. Gap year. Why not put her on a gap year? Send her to the forests of Brazil. Travel around the world. Become a... Oh, shut up, Ross.
Me and Pacini both going, go on, Ross. Carry on. Where's this going?
I was going to say, could become a better rounded human being. Stop being a heel with Cora Jade, thanks to her gap year in the forests of Brazil. No. Fair enough. I just worry that she might get too much too soon. Where will she be in 5 years' time, you know what I mean?
Well, if it's anything like half the people in this, she'll still be in WWE doing well. So it was a weird Rumble because I wanted to like it, but it really was... When are they going to get the fireworks factory? And then they drove past it. I'm like, oh, that was it? Not like flat out bad. So I'll put like I have 4 categories. It's like best of all time. So like 01 or 92. Pretty good, but not like stand out great. Like 98 would be one. This was the not great, but not awful. So like 93 would be one, I'd say. This would be in that category. And then there's crap, which is like 99 or 95 or 2021. It's a rewatch the other day. But so I'd put it as a category 3.
Yeah, I agree with you as well in that category. It was a match of 2 halves for me. Just that they crammed a lot more into the second half than the first, and I think that suffered because of it. But again, the production stuff of filming the ring while the entrances are happening a bit too much, that really hampered it for me as well in both matches, not just the women's, the ladies. Adam?
I loved it personally until the end. I had a really, really good time just because they were like, as I said earlier, everybody got to do a little bit. And maybe that's not entertaining for some people, but I just thought there were some really, really fun moments in there.
What are your favourite fun moments?
I love the caterpillar. I love the reverse caterpillar. But I love Jordan Grace coming in and doing her stuff. I thought Lash Legend was amazing. I thought it was a great introduction for her. I think overall for me, it was a Rumble that served its purpose because Charlotte Flair won, but put the spotlight on pretty much everybody else who was in there. I think it assisted a lot of people. We're talking about, Roxanne breaking the record there. That's a tremendous accolade at the age of 23, is it? 13?
13,
yeah.
So I thought the in-ring action was decent. I totally agree with Ross saying that I don't want to call them lazy, but they toned it down while the entrances were being made, and that slowed things a little bit. But no, overall, I thought it was like certainly one of the better women's Rumbles.
Fair enough. I know Jack doesn't like the current method of the Triple H Rumbles because of the things we've said beforehand. All right, do your stuff, lie down.
Yeah. Maybe is it the 8th one or the 9th one? 8th Women's Rumble. I think when
What was
Liv
the first
Morgan
one?
came
2018
in.
first one?
Yeah, 2018. 8.
Yeah.
8, yeah.
Goodness me.
Maths.
We're getting old, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Moment of the match for me, apart from Jordan Grace's entrance, where she just started thwacking everybody,
Yes.
was the little bit with Chelsea Green going in the middle of the women's tag team champions and Lash Legend and her tag team partner, Jada Parker. Miss Jackson must have been annoyed watching at home. That's my spot, she was probably saying. How dare she get involved?
Not your spot.
do
Not
declare.
a dog named Spot. My spot.
But yeah, she gets in the middle of them trying to be friends, and then she gets thwacked because of it. Classic heel bollocks. Chelsea Green's great.
Yeah, very much appreciate Chelsea Green. But yeah, probably just the highlight was yours, Jordan Grace. Tears of Grace. So yeah, then the highlight of the show where they go, look at the crowd going wild, and just shows the crowd like looking like they're watching a Kurosawa film. Fantastic. And then we get, it is DIY, isn't it? DIY versus Machine Guns, 2 out of 3 falls. Loser have to keep the entrance theme. Cole brings up obscure Ohio Indies. That's nice. Got
Ohio!
quite great spot. Yeah. There we go now. Mostly Machine Guns dominated the early action, but distraction from Johnny Gargano allowed Ciampa to plant Chris Sabin with a draping DDT from the middle rope. DIY then worked over Sabin. Chris Sabin managed to get the hot tag to Alex Shelley, but DIY fooled the former TNA World Champion as Ciampa feigned tagging in Gargano. This meant Shelley targeted Gargano, and he walked straight into a jumping knee from Ciampa as DIY went 1-0 up by pinning Shelley. I just thought, I think they tried to over-egg the pudding here because it got no pop, made more sense of replay. Thank God Cole was told it beforehand because he knew instantly what the spot was.
Yeah.
I was so excited about this because it's like, oh man, the tag titles are on not just a pay-per-view, but a big 4 pay-per-view. That's not happening again, is it? Really good match. Like in the ring,
yeah.
I thought it was really, really fun. And I thought everybody like did amazing stuff. But God, the crowd didn't care.
I thought the booking was disrespectful to
Go
the
on.
tag team titles because it was so short.
It was short.
2 out of 3 falls match, and it was given the time of, I don't even know, just a bog standard singles match. We're having 3 matches in 1 here, technically. But they did cram a hell of a lot into what time they were given, which
They
wasn't a lot.
certainly did. DIY remained on top following the first fall, and they worked over Alex Shelley, including after Shelley made the tag as the ref didn't see him block Sabin from entering the ring. DIY then almost won the match after hitting a shatter machine, but Shelley managed to kick out. Was that shade being thrown there, I thought?
No.
Looking too much into
You
it.
read
Sorry.
too many dirt sheets,
Sorry,
you.
Triple H blinked again when he was mentioned. I don't know. Shelley then made the hot tag to Sabin, and he ran wild, hitting a huge bouncing crossbody at the floor and taking out both Gargano and Ciampa. When with the champs rocked, Machine Guns hit Skull and Bones to type the match at 1 fall apiece. Arr. Because Skull and Bones, I guess.
And they did the facial, Maffew. The facial came back. The facial.
Well, we always like a good facial, etc.
Etc. Why is it called the facial, though?
Because Wade is a pervert.
Yeah, but Michael calls it as well.
He's
Michael's-
also a pervert. He's a pervert in training.
Well, so Sabin and Shelley, then the pair of pervs.
I mean, yeah.
The facial.
They can get it. The match became more even for the final fall, and Ciampa thought he had the match won following a fairy tale ending and Project Ciampa to Chris Sabin, but the 10-time X Division champ, Christ, is that real? 10 times. Managed to kick out. Sabin fired back soon after by pushing Ciampa, sending Ciampa's head bouncing off the top of the ring post. Bonk. Ciampa then got stuck in a tree of whoa and ate a Johnny Gargano to the face. Ate a Johnny Gargano to the face, what it says here. Gargano the move. Following a belly-to-belly from Shelley before a drop kick from Sabin. Machine Guns followed up with a blockbuster. That's what Cole called it. It's not a blockbuster, mate. Sliced bread number 2. And that looked to be it, but Gargano pushed Shelley into Sabin to break up the pin for 2. Gargano then superkicked Ciampa by mistake, and Machine Guns fired back with the facial. They had the match won until the Machine Guns were suddenly attacked with a crutch by Angelo Dawkins, while Montez Ford distracted the ref. DIY then hit Meat in the middle, which I almost called Malcolm in the middle, to Shelley for the win. They didn't get to celebrate, though, because the Street Profits beat them down with a crutch post-match too.
I thought that was a heel turn initially just because they attacked the MCMGs initially, but then they attacked the other team as well. So it's not a heel turn, it's just a return with a vengeance. And maybe an injured Angelo Dawkins, because I think he had surgery very recently.
Did, yeah.
That explains the crutch. That's how they got him from the hospital. All makes sense. Storytelling.
I really like the fact that they attacked the Motor City Machine Guns so that they could challenge DIY because they think they're an easier team to beat in kayfabe. I thought that was quite good. I took it as a heel turn. That's a heel turn. That's a full-on heel turn.
Not after they attacked the heels as well.
No, they're just ruthless. They were wearing black, weren't they? They're heels.
They would disguise themselves by then immediately taking the hood down and saying, it's us. It's a shame because the crowd were actually getting into it near the end and like, oh boy, here we go. Because 2 out of 3 falls matches by design, people are like, well, why are we not going to care about the first 2? We know it's going to go to 3. And then, oh, okay, this is nice. They kicked out of that move, Ciampa's bust open, here we go. And then, yeah, that happened. I went, all right. Technically sound, but its purpose was to buffer between the Rumbles and the Cody Owens match. Crowd didn't give a monkeys.
Yeah, it was a shame because they did try and cram like a Harry Potter and a Goblet of Fire's worth of publication into a sheet the size of a leaflet.
Good.
Yes.
It's a big book, that.
I forgot Adam was on the podcast today, so I wrote like my Heritage Cup breakdown kind of notes, but I'm not going to do that now. But that was one of the lines.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't you worry, Maffew.
Don't let me take something away.
Oh, no, Adam. It's just essentially what Maffew said, but with bollocks attached to it. But yeah, that was the overriding theme.
Oh, that's something we hate on the podcast.
Loved the heel tactics from the DIY lads in the first 2 falls, and then it just became sort of all bells and whistles towards the end with the heel turn, but not heel turn. Is it heel turn? We don't know.
They're just mad.
Yeah, but it was fantastic to see though straight after this match that we got to see a full 5 to 10 minutes about Pat McAfee bragging about his NFL career, which the match couldn't have done with another 5 to 10 minutes. No, it couldn't. So I'm glad we got to see Pat do that.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got Pat there and not in the men's rumble. That I was really happy because as soon as they started airing that stuff in Indianapolis as well, I was like, oh dear, again, because the last time he did it, it was a wasted spot, and we didn't get it this time, and that made me very, very happy. No, I thought the tag match was really fun, but it wouldn't have felt out of place on SmackDown, even as a 2 out of 3 falls, and it was an angle over a match as well, wasn't it? Which that worries me, the fact that this was the first time we've seen the tag titles defended on a Big 4 pay-per-view or a pay-per-view in general recently, and that was the outcome.
No raising fists here. And then we get, thank you, Cody versus Kevin Owens, a ladder match for the undisputed WWE Championship.
Well, we learned that Rob Van Dam is one of those pesky gooners, Maffew. Do you see his arms?
So one of them.
His right arms.
Yeah,
twice
I couldn't see the other one because the other one was blocking the shot.
What's happened there, Rob?
He's living his best life.
And then we saw John Mellencamp looking bored.
Did he ever?
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
He's just.
Yeah, he had like a toothpick or something, didn't he?
Oh, he did, yeah.
That guy.
He's just throwing the cameraman.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam's arms are brilliant.
Oh, so great. So yeah, Owens versus Cody. I've got some notes here, but you know what? I did the thing. Do you have lovely notes there for the match? I'll let you go.
Well, Michael Cole claimed it was Kevin Owens' 10th career ladder match, but actually it's his 16th and 12th broadcasted, if that makes sense. So he's had 16 altogether, 12 of them have been broadcasted, including the Rumble on Sunday.
House show ladder matches?
There's 4 more that aren't on my little list here, but these are all the broadcaster ones I've got.
Oh, you're counting other than WWE?
Oh, yes, because he said he said career, Maffew. And even if
even
if he counted WWE, it's 11, so suck my chebs. Right? Because there's one in NXT. So there you go. You're the Botchamania guy. What are you turning your nose
Yeah,
at
I'm not
that?
the anal guy. Bloody hell.
Well, so I
I mean, look.
but this match here for me was just all about the big bumps, the big bombs being thrown. It was frantic, tick, 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 Maffew. Just trying to maim the guy as hard as possible. I don't know. What, should I go through them one by one, see if they're on your highlights as well?
Oh, please do.
Cody going through the thing of the ladder, the horizontal thing that keeps it stood up when it's up. Yes, the support. The thing of the ladder. It's the technical term.
I got really worried at that bit.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you're not using that for the rest of it. It was like the first thing they did as well, wasn't it? That of the support. It's good that there were plenty of ladders.
Your support. Your
is
really nice.
Horizontal. Michael Cole catching strays when Kevin called him a bitch on commentary when Michael's like, he's losing it. And then Kevin was like, he took that as if Michael meant, oh, he's losing the match. He says, I'm not losing it. I'm winning it all, bitch. The pop-up powerbomb to Cody off the ladder as Cody looked like he was trying to do some kind of shoot Hurricane Rana, one of those fabled maneuvers. The standing snap suplex from Cody to Kev on the ladder on the mat looked absolutely devastating. Kevin Owens backdropped on the ladder on its side, which I thought was the worst bump of the match. I know that obviously all the headlines will go towards the final Alabama Slam, but that broke. I know it's a weird thing to say, but the way that just was dead in the middle of the ring, and the lower is, I think I caught my tailbone. It's one of those ones from the advert back in the day. Was that Kurt Angle? I think I broke my tailbone. I think it is Kurt Angle when it's him and Shane McMahon on the Don't Try This at Home.
Oh,
advert.
that one,
Yeah, but it's one of those ones if you wanted to bring those back in the current day. The back of Rhodes' head/neck onto the ladder into the corner was a thing that wasn't supposed to happen, but was devastating all the same. The Fisherman Buster where KO twats the back of his head off the ladder as Cody sees his entire body twat the ladder. Fantastic scenes. Aldis coming out, I thought, let them fight Aldis, you big softy. You NWA's man. You honourable man. These two lads want to kill each other. You get out the way from stopping them from doing that. And then I thought the most interesting thing, apart from the Alabama Slam at the end there, was Sammy seemingly picking Kevin over Cody.
Yes.
Could that mean something for WrestleMania?
Absolutely. And I had so many people message me after this little finish going, do you think Cody's turning heel? I went, what? No, I think Sammy's turning heel.
Yeah.
But he murdered his best friend in front of him.
I don't think Cody's turning heel, but I think it's something that they can reference when he does, for sure. That when he was standing over the prone body of Kevin Owens, whose head had seemingly disappeared into the ladder, and Cody's there like that, that's not the action of a babyface. But you know what?
But he told us, look, I'm a nice guy, but you're messing with us.
But he is losing friends. If he has lost Sammy here, that only leaves Jey Uso now. So once Jey turns on him, maybe Jey challenges him for the title and he loses his final friend.
And Gunther's like, phew, I dodged that bullet. Yeah, it's clearly going long, so a very slow start. Didn't enjoy Pat going, ha ha, look at the widow wadder. It's a weapon, mate. Like, he can be sometimes. The doctors showed up, so you know they were okay, because if it was real, they'd never show up. Very cynical thoughts there, Maffew. And then, oh my God, in all capital letters, an Alabama Slammer off the desk through the ladder. Holy curse words. A weird match because the bumps at the end were ungodly. But there wasn't much else in terms of story, and it just took a long time to get there. But I'm never going to say anything bad about it, because all I thought was, like, he's not going to hit that move. Because that's the move that people say is the move that doesn't look like it hurts, but absolutely kills. Kevin taking that anyway off any elevated thing's going to be bad. But yeah, landing on all the head and neck possible in that one ladder, I went, oh my God.
Especially after that other one on the upturned ladder in the ring.
Which he enjoys doing, because he does it every time in a ladder match.
I remember hearing David Beckham in an interview saying he loves getting tattoos because of the pain. That's what keeps him going back for more. Maybe Kevin just likes the
hiding
pain.
in plain sight. I like it. Wasn't much tonight. Zayn turning on Cody. Hell yeah. Yeah, we've got the appropriate camera shot of Zayn checking out his frenemy and then looking at Cody Drago in the background.
Because there's a bit
again,
where
it's always Rocky IV.
There's the wide shot where Cody's climbing the ladder and you see Sami Zayn sort of go, and he doesn't do it. So he could have done it then, but he didn't.
Yeah.
As in the turn on Cody.
Yeah, because you know his mate was dead. It's like, well, take out Cody. Was like, all right, Kevin, you need to stand up. So have you seen Rocky IV?
No, we've been through this many
so.
times.
Again, I'm sorry.
No, I've not seen any of them. I've not seen any of them.
We'll have the conversation again.
Yes.
Yeah, and also, how was the stream for you, quality-wise? Because we're watching it the day afterwards, we had no issues. But I was hearing from all people from all corners of the globe going, well, I'm having issues with
literally,
buffering and streaming.
For the first time ever, everything worked.
Right.
It never happens. We had a problem with the webcam before we got started. I had to drag the big camera in. But the Netflix stream itself, literally not a dropped frame. It was
Okay, well, that's nice to
beautiful.
hear.
As far as the match goes, I think it's I think it's one of the sort of best paced matches that I've seen of the last few years. I really, like punctuated by big moments, obviously, but you really got what the two characters were about. And I like Cody, like Kevin, vicious, but Cody showing his vicious side, I think is nice because we got like a baby face that kids love him. But he's not uncool to like Cena is he? There's a bit of grit about Cody, and I think that really especially came out in this match. I thought it was a great show.
You know, on the son of the Bunkhouse Stampede winner, you know, like I can bring it. That's like that WWE Pro Bowl SmackDown a while ago. Like, oh, big indie Kevin Owens takes his way out. Yeah, good luck, pal.
Well, that's because Kevin rendered Cody a sugar babe. He pushed a button. He said that in the promo before the show. He pushed a button. He became more wild. Ooh,
That's what the song's about.
If you're ready for me, boy, is it? Yeah. Push the button, I'll let you know.
And then we get, of course, the men's rumble. That's right. 4 matches, 4.5 hours to get there.
People keep saying that. I said it, I think, in the news video this morning. Yeah, there were 4 matches. 2 of them were like an hour and 15 minutes long, and they were Rumble matches. It's not 4 matches, 4 hours, is it? It's the same load of video package bollocks between every match. We're just totally used to it at WWE. I like the pacing of that as well. Jay, I'm one of the few people. Maybe if I was watching at home, it would be different. But the pacing between the matches, where you get like literally 15 minutes sometimes of video packages, I think, that's quite nice. There's your piss break.
It's funny when Triple H was like, the press was saying like, oh, we're still counting all the money we've made on merch. I'm like, well, yeah, 15 minutes. You can go not only buy a sandwich, digest a sandwich, and then go to the toilet afterwards. You don't have time to buy all the shirts as well, so nobody wonder.
It's one thing I find a little bit difficult about the AEW pay-per-views. It's relentless. It feels like a bloody onslaught. It's just matches. And I think things feel less special because of that. I like the breathing room. I think it's important.
I still want to sample it watching at home with pals and crates of beer. I imagine it's very much a lovely time to go and get a beer and not miss anything you're meant to see. Yeah, must be nice.
If you have any friends, if you can email us and tell us what it's like, it'd be fantastic. But here is the men's rumble. So here we go. Rey Mysterio and Penta start. I've got Penta and Rey starting. Yes, or C even. Then 1 foot of Penta's touch the floor. Ooh, nearly a bad Kofi moment there.
I think I'm going to put my neck on the line here and say it was 1 foot and a tippy toe of the other foot.
Agreed.
Again, I've watched it back, and it is funny because if you watch it on an incredibly compressed video on Twitter, it looks like he's got 2 feet. But if you're watching on proper Netflix, cheap gets. No, it's 1 foot.
What are you looking for? The shadow? I think
a foot touching the floor.
No.
I don't think
look at the shadow. What the old superhero? Yeah.
The shadow should disappear if he's fully touching the floor, right? Because he's being lit from up there, and then you should see a shadow beneath him when his foot's not going down.
Joe, can you get the Sabruder footage out, Joe?
I agree with Ross. I think it grazed the floor at the same time, but it doesn't matter.
2 feet did not hit the floor. 1 foot did, and a tippy toe.
You know what's grazers? Cows, and you're milking this, so we'll move on.
No, they should big talking point.
It was. They should change it to
stupid people on bloody Twitter who aren't real. You're arguing with robots.
No, I'm arguing with
porn-afflicted robots.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson won the 2000 Rumble in similar fashion. This goes back to that.
I've got nothing against that.
It wasn't
Big
right
Show was
then,
wrong.
and it's not right now.
If they made it...
Oh, so Penta's going to WrestleMania main event. I'm heavy, yes.
If they made
Penta
it...
versus Big Show, finally.
Rather than 2 feet must touch the floor, 10 toes must touch the floor, we wouldn't have this problem.
Exactly.
So maybe that's an update for next year. And scrap the graphics throughout the whole match.
No, they'll have a bigger graphic that will suddenly pop up when Penta's foot goes on the thing.
I tell you what.
Hey, look at that. Look at the exciting deals at WeShop.com.
I was thinking it was ideal booking for Penta being number 2 to Rey Mysterio as number 1, but I didn't think the pair of them meshed very well.
Did it all right.
I mean, a couple of moves that didn't go quite right. For example, Chad Gable's legs getting murdered by a falling piano shaped like Rey Mysterio.
I thought that looked exactly how it was supposed to look. Rey was very... Like, he took this thing in. What was supposed to happen then?
Well, I don't know, Maffew, but it didn't look right. I'm not a wrestler.
Oh, I thought that looked exactly how it went.
You were telling me the full weight of Rey Mysterio was supposed to land on Chad Gable's leg. Like that.
Rey looked good.
That would look very sore, because I imagine Rey's very dense. A very dense man.
God, absolutely. He's all lead. He's Wolverine.
Yeah, he's a thick boy.
God. Penta's and Rey's combo was so funny because it looked brutal. Oh, yeah, that was exactly that. And the comments like, oh my God, Rey squished him. And then Rey and Penta were like, yay, that's exactly how it was supposed to look. It's Hayes next. Oh, he does moves. Fantastic. Well, nice. Pat, Gable and Hayes have a combined fan base of 0. Shut up, Pat.
There's 2 sat here for Carmelo Hayes, at least.
Exactly.
But that was that point I was going to make, because we get a big stare-off later on, which I thought would have been heightened if we didn't have stare-offs between Carmelo Hayes and Rey Mysterio. When Carmelo's going, finally, Rey, I meet you, huh? Yeah. We didn't need that, Carmelo. Come on, you're not there yet.
Especially so soon after the Penta Rey thing, which is actually the dream lucha match in WWE, if we're honest. Yeah, I agree.
Escobar now. How did he get in? He lands his 0191 onto Rey. Then Penta takes the Mexican Destroyer so Rey can hit him with the 619, and then we reset. We're doing the same structure as the women's match up there.
Santos' little bit his little cameo at the start was fantastic with the 0191, as you're calling it, to Rey Mysterio, the Destroyer to Penta, the little stuff, the crotch chop towards the crowd. I thought the little bit at the start was great, and it went nowhere, but the first one was
there
good.
we go. Hey, do your stuff, lie down.
I think it was slightly
Wait for
different.
Nia Jax to push you out.
It was slightly different to the women's in that it felt a bit more sort of chaptery, in that you had the lucha stuff going on and the flippy guys, and then the big boys came in, and I thought that was good. And then very similar to the women's, the final 10 was where it was all at.
Yeah. Well said.
Thanks.
Otis is here. Gable counters the caterpillar into a cheeky ankle lock, as this feud will never die or be resolved. Gable lands a stalling German suplex on Otis, which is very impressive, but then Otis no-sells it to give him a torture rack.
Yeah. Otis was brilliant when he came in. Fantastic scenes. Around this point as well, we saw Chad and Mello doing the War Machine for some reason, or whatever the Viking Raiders call their finisher now. The leap off the ropes from Ivar into the German suplex. They did that together for some reason.
They did?
Yes.
Well, they won the Rumble, so what are they going to do?
And Otis shoots slapping Chad. Fantastic moment.
Yeah.
Frying pan like hands, I think Pat called it on the commentary.
That's what they used to call Big Show's hands back in the day. Bringing that back. All right, we like you again, Pat. Big pop for Bron Breakker, the good dog. Hayes out immediately, and then the crazy Frankensteiner and the standing release Northern Lights have put it, where it's just like, whatever.
Is that when he did it? Otis?
Yeah,
Just like through. Unbelievable move that. But yeah, one for the 2.0 fans with the elimination of Mello, throwing it back to those halcyon days in the shed. Up the shed.
Yeah. And then he slowed down to avoid killing Rey. He's a pro. Bron. By Hayes, Bron. Good notes there, Matthew. Akira showing up and getting clotheslined by Hayes. Says, yeah, you know who needs building up? Hayes. And this enables Triple H to appear on screen. And I thought, oh no, don't tell me he's entering the Rumble. God, no.
That thought did go through. I was just expecting this jacket to come off and then the shirt to come off.
100%. Like, the soon-to-be Hall of Famer.
That's tongue-in-cheek, by the way. I know about his heart issues. I can see the comments coming already.
I comment. And then, it's Speed. Is then, go on, you need to go enter. Go on. And they ad-lib that Speed is entering the Rumble. And then they play his music that they had ready for him. I'm like, ow, mate.
I did like his Tron was styled like either Roman Reigns or the Usos, that kind of fun. He's one of them, isn't he? He's part of the bloodline.
He's one of them.
What do you think I meant?
I don't associate he's one of them as being part of the bloodline, but I get you now.
You were worried about the heart issues in the comments on that.
Joe Speed is one of them.
What? I've just said that they had Roman Reigns and Jimmy J Uso's font on the screen. I think that was quite self-explanatory, no?
Let's talk about the spear.
Yeah, so wait. So Speed helps eliminate Otis, so he gets elimination. And I'm like, all right, fine. And then Bron kills him.
It made me want more non-trained
dead kids.
More people who haven't been trained and don't know how to tuck their chin, because the whiplash on that was so satisfying. I don't know who the guy is. I've seen a few of his videos pop up on my Instagram reels from time to time. I know he can do a backflip. He did a backflip, and then Bron at the speed of light behind it, and just the way his body snapped back.
I tell you what,
so good.
I saw the fan cam footage on Twitter before I saw the live broadcast.
Oh, yeah,
and
everywhere.
The fan cam footage. The live broadcast does not do it justice compared to the fan cam footage. It is unbelievable watching it on Twitter compared to watching it on the show.
Is that watching Live League?
Yeah. I would like to officially rename Ross Tweddle's Move of the Week as the Bron Breakker Spear on Speed at the Rumble 25 Memorial Ross Tweddle's Move of the Week. Because that is not only the Move of the Week so far, it will be on Thursday when we get there. Joel, remember. I'll remember me to mention it. It's also the Move of the Year. It was unbelievable.
It's only February.
Oh, it's the Move of the Year. It's unbelible.
Yeah, he knackered his leg as well, or something.
Yeah, on the commentary table.
That makes sense. Yes,
No, we can't show that.
Otis catches him, Oh, that's why Otis was eliminated. So we had a big guy to catch the kid. All right, that makes sense. And then fall away slam on the table.
It's because when his leg goes over the announce table, it sort of catches the chair on the way down, so he takes a big chunk out of his calf.
So he got speed and then his calf got... It's a meal deal.
He looked like he was going to be sick when he was getting carried out. And I was thinking, oh, that's great selling, but it's not. It's just the fact he was literally about to be sick because of the pain he was in. Serves him right for barking in the face of a dog. Yeah, he's in our Hall of Fame because he went up to a little lovely white dog, little fluffy thing, and went rah, 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 in its face, and the dog bit him on the nose.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Fantastic.
And Braun knows that dog.
Exactly. Oh.
Because that's the dog-faced dog. Braun's the dog-faced gremlin. That's the dog-faced dog. They all know each other. So, and I put, how dare they waste that spot instead of giving it to someone who deserved it, like Drew Carey. Because I understood, look, again, I'm an old dude. I understand. I look at iShow Speed and... what do you want, Kai?
Senat.
Oh, Kai
Thank
Cenat,
you,
yeah.
Kai. As like taxes. I don't like them, but I understand why they're there.
Okay.
You know, because WWE's doing the right thing and having the youngins get involved and getting loads of interaction, social media stuff, and all those numbers that are very important. For decades, WWE felt like they were 50 years behind the times. Yeah. This is very much of the time, so it's not for me, but I get it.
Yeah, Kevin Federline wasn't popular by the time he popped up, as far as
Yeah,
my
he was already
understanding goes.
done. Yeah, 15 minutes was long gone by that point.
He'd have tucked his chin, though, that's for sure.
K-Fed pinned John Cena.
Yeah, again, it doesn't do anything. I don't know who any of these people are, but it's one spot. It's better than like Pat McAfee, who's there every week, and we've seen wrestle, and we know he can actually, in the right circumstances, have a match, get in, and then get out. I think the speed thing was like one of the highlights of the matches.
Oh,
You're not going to get that
absolutely.
every time, but I've never seen anything like it. It was proper whiplash. He must be concussed. Brilliant.
We could hope.
The way it was set up as well with Tozawa, unfortunately for him, getting thwacked and that Triple H do. I love the way it was set up. I love the way it made Braun Breaker look like an animal. It was just great from start to finish. Shame about his leg.
I think it'll help Akira out.
He's got another one.
I think he's got something to play off. He wants to get in the Rumble next year, and he'll have a bit of sympathy off the back of this.
Oh, we've got
Because
like a Pete Rose Kane situation. Every year he tries to get in the Rumble, he gets more messed up by... Oh, I'm here for that. Absolutely.
I think he put in his tweet that he wants to get one step closer next year. So maybe he gets one step and then in 2047 he'll eventually make it to the ring.
No, size of that ramp.
No, next year Maven's going to drop kick and take his spot.
Sorry, I cut you off, Adam, again. I've done that numerous times this podcast.
No. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, with the Akira thing. Nobody thought Akira was going to win, and I think this was actually a better use of Akira than Akira being in the Rumble and then just getting chucked out by Braun Strowman or whatever.
I'm with you, but someone on Twitch is like, I'm such a Dragon Gate fanboy. I hate seeing this. I'm like, mate, those days are long gone.
Like,
Like,
just block him, Maffew.
yeah, suddenly it's Dragon Gate, BAB Hulk and all the rest come and support me. It's not happening, mate. You're getting a child getting killed instead. Sheamus is up next, who won it in 2012. I always forget to name him. He's always like,
the
he did
quizzes,
win.
yeah.
In the quizzes.
That was my gateway back in.
Was
I remember you saying,
At uni, just the lads on the journalism course. Like, going to watch the Royal Rumble night with a few cans if you fancy it. Yes, I do. And watching Sheamus do his thing led to today.
That's so cool to hear.
It was before he was really good as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, how do you?
No, 2012 was when he was getting good because he'd had the success beforehand with those crap matches with Triple H. He had the title twice and he sucked.
Yeah, it was-
This point, 2012 was when he was getting good.
Was it?
Oh
Him and Brian.
It was after. I always think when he won the King of the Ring, getting King Sheamus. That was 2011, and then
Oh, I thought that was 2012. Yeah,
yeah.
and then he got popular with the bar.
Yeah, we went through 2015, which was hairy for him, being the world champion. Roman Reigns and confetti and all that sort of stuff.
Oh god, yeah. That was
Yeah.
terrible.
Were you disagreeing that the bar were popular?
No, it's just I thought he was good before then. But in terms of popularity,
okay.
yeah, you're probably right. Actually, his most popular was probably because of the bar.
No, it's now. Or maybe a year ago.
Yeah,
Just
it's
about
not
a
that.
year ago. But
He's hit that point and it's never come down since.
He sort of he had a thing that a fair few wrestlers have where he was maybe pushed a little bit too soon and people turn on him until they realise how good. And the reason that they were pushed that soon, it didn't work out for Sheamus, but it has in the long run.
Yeah, and even brought up on that bloody Hot Ones episode, Drew going, well, you've gone from being Triple H's gym buddies to being this. It's just like, yeah, that's literally why you were given that shot, mate. There's rubbish matches with Triple H.
Allegedly.
No, I didn't. No, well, he said he alleged it to his face. He didn't deny it. So, Sheamus lands the Irish curse backbreaker, which, according to Urban Dictionary, means the Irish curse refers to Irish men usually have small penises. So the small penis backbreaker lands on Ray.
Finn Balor says hello.
Yeah, the sign.
Oh, atypically Irish. Jimmy hits people Good note there. Andrade gets his stuff in. Big pop for Jacob Fatu. Teasing Fatu versus Penta. Yes, please. All the stairs.
Everything Jacob did when his appearance was fantastic. The double Samoan drop early doors, the catching Samoan drop on the Miz. Really enjoyed that moment with Sheamus where I think, it was a bit later on, obviously, but someone's in the ring doing the old Queen clap, stomp sort of thing.
Joe Hendry.
I didn't want to spoil it, Matthew, you know.
Oh, sorry, I legit spoiling it. Spoiling it. The review afterwards.
Yeah, just whilst people Jacob Fatu and Sheamus like, why are you so bleeding angry, Jacob? I was enjoying that. Good moment there from Sheamus.
Eliminated Ray Dunn too. Andrade as well, yes. And then Braun versus Fatu is again teased, but nothing occurs. Okay. Ludwig von Great shows up and slows down and doesn't enter immediately, so he can continue to serve C on the outside. And then eliminated quickly by Penta. Oh, good, some variety here.
Michael Cole needs to wake up, claiming it might have been a record. Come on, man.
No, we all know.
Nowhere near Michael Cole. Come on.
1 second. I don't think you can even top Santino. There's no way of beating that, is there? Because he was in and out so quick.
Sheamus came very close to it one year. It was the
Is that
time when
Heath Slater?
I forget who was eliminated him, but it was after the 2018 one. He'd already had a tag match. And he came out for the Rumble later on. And
I remember the elimination. I don't remember.
It was like 2 seconds. And it's like, because Sheamus was like, nah, why would I be good in the Rumble? I just had a tag match. No. It was funny. Then Miz shows up to a surprisingly decent pop. 16th appearance type behind second of all time. Bloody hell. Then Hendry shows up. Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone's singing his theme. We dreamt it. It happened. Wade very nicely saying it took him 15 years to become an overnight success. Very nice.
Surreal, wasn't it?
Because it felt like last year everyone discovered him for the first time. I'm like, ICW back in the day? No, fair enough then.
Just ICW.
The only company he ever wrestled.
The first thing I ever saw of him is when we were at What Culture in the London office, and that Hendry Ball video came up where he's doing Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus.
I was there live for that.
And I remember, were you? I sent it around everyone in the office, and even the people that weren't working on the wrestling side of things, like a film guy, a few film guys, and a gaming guy there, they were like, wow, that's good, isn't it? How did it take this long? And this isn't the thing, the Joe Hendry clap, that's not the thing that should have got him over. He did 50 things before that were just as good.
Yeah.
He's just been relentless with it.
In there with Roman Reigns, Joe Hendry.
So great.
Even The Miz, just because The Miz is so WWE, watching Hendry wrestle him, it's just, surreal's the word.
Yep.
We've been in cars with this man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's driving up and down the motorways.
Yeah.
Sheamus was a believer. That was a nice touch as well, wasn't it? The Sheamus was
Yeah. And gets the crowd with the "We Will Rock You" boom boom clap. The Sheamus mouths off at 2 until Roman Reigns finally makes it to a Rumble. We get Hendry versus Roman briefly, with Hendry eliminating the Tribal Chief. No, not really. Just making sure you're still paying attention. Whatever you're doing, listen to this. Braun spears Roman beautifully, but Roman eliminates him anyway. Okay.
That bronze spear on Roman. Oh, that would have been move of the week any other week apart from this week.
Yep.
But the fact is it happened this week, so it's not.
Of course.
My God.
All right. I'll put this match is better than the women's now officially. Jacob eliminates Jimmy to give us Jacob versus Rome. Oh, not for long though, because here's Drew. No pop for Finn. And only Ross recognizes solo theme.
Yeah. It's actually the JD's collective theme. It's their new trap beat.
Oh, I thought it was just Finn's solo.
No, it's JD's. I think Liv Morgan. No, not the. No, not Dom. Raquel came out to the same song, I think. But it's so.
I couldn't have told you that, which is sad.
It's background noise. It's awful. Def Rebel need Feld now. It's been long enough. It's terrible. I tell you what, they're making that much bank at the minute. Bare coin, as they say, Matthew.
They do.
Buy some licensed songs. Do it. It's a drop in the ocean, surely.
Or, as I've told Cheap before, they should just get themes for wrestlers who are now disgraced and give them to, the new guys. So if Jey Uso came out to Val Venus's theme, it's been much better associated with him than it's going to be for bloody Val Venus now.
Keep the Tron, obviously.
Yeah.
That was popping up.
Hello, yeet. Really badly edited. His face badly composed over it. Yeah. That's it. We'll make loads of money. £5. Then we get Nakamura wearing his US title belt. All right, mate. Thanks for reminding us.
His appearance on SmackDown this week was hilarious. Normally, champions are stalked by non-champions, but this time...
Non-champions.
Non-champions.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. Non-champions. Non-champions. But this time we have the champions stalking the non-champions. It's an incredible turn of events.
It is.
Really well-booked title from start to finish, that one.
Mexican Destroyer looking amazing on Jacob, with Finn using the momentum to eliminate Penta. Jey Uso's big pop at number 20, and God is he over. Nakamura gets dumped after doing nothing. The story of the last few months. AJ is here. We sadly do not cut to Roman's face for all time's sake.
His old theme came back as well, which was a nice return. And his hair looking thicker than Matthew's favourite dump truck. I put on my notes last night.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
It's twice you brought my dump truck.
Yes.
Braun is here to dump Jacob. Oh, boo. I did not like that.
Odd after Saturday night's main event for Braun just to come back a week later and just go, nah.
Yeah, after pushing Jacob this hard, this well during this match, it's like, oh no, Braun's dead.
Yeah.
Jacob's up here and Braun's down here.
Surely it's going to be a proper blow-off, some sort of affair with stipulation added.
It shouldn't be. I don't think it should be at all. I honestly, I think it was so impactful on Saturday night's main event. Braun should have been gone until after WrestleMania. Sorry, Braun should have been gone until after WrestleMania. Him coming back after a week and he's like pissing blood out his mouth a week before. Piss off. What are you doing?
Yeah, he's in a broke down steam engine. The fat control needs to brick him up.
But he's a monster among men, guys. That's his gimmick.
He's slowed down, hasn't he?
Yeah, I wish you know which monster I wish you'd be? The Invisible Man.
Way.
Sorry, a man from the 1950s just walked past there. I appreciate the reference. And then here comes Cena. Braun gets dumped instantly by him. And then Cena FU's Finn, and Braun barely catches him, so he dies as well. Not a great week for the Judgment Day and injuries. Bloody hell.
That was a rough fall.
Yeah, and someone did speculate, God, I wish I remember your name on the Twitch. I do apologise. That
Dave Meltzer.
No, I couldn't tell because it was D. Meltzer, so it could be anybody. That Braun was supposed to catch him and then put him back in just to spite Cena because of some eliminations that come up later on. Well, Dom, basically, but...
Because it is funny when Braun doesn't catch him, Braun just sort of turns away and goes,
No. Braun goes, F. He starts
pissed off.
cursing because he was pissed off with himself. Someone said, why was he mad at Finn Balor? I says, I don't think he was mad at Finn Balor, mate.
Yeah. I guess you could look in kayfabe and go, he's still annoyed about being eliminated himself, I guess. If you want to,
Because, at least give Finn Balor a shoot powerbomb on the way down. Yeah, cheers, Braun. Then Punk shows up, and I put, all the cum. We pause as we have Cena, Rome, Styles, Drew, Punk, and Yeet. Then number 25 is Rollins. I went, okay, this is warming up now. We've got a stew going. And then who's next? It's Dom time! Yes. And he's just like that. Yeah, that's right. I fit in with all these other lads. Fantastic.
This is what I was referencing earlier, that moment where Rollins comes in and we have the standoff with Rollins, Roman, Punk, and Cena. If we didn't have the stuff earlier, I'd be like, whoa, here we go. But it was just a continuation of a spot we'd seen many times during the night. So it was still impactful because it was a bit like, whoa, look at all these storyline implications ahead of WrestleMania. Intertwining, but it lost a bit of its Kavorka for me.
Oh, really?
In that moment, yeah. Just because we'd seen Mello go to Rey Mysterio and other moments like that.
That's the only bad one that I can think of. The Mellow Ray one was like, not that bothered. But
I'm excited for that. Shut up, man.
Multiple in the match, though.
Yeah, there was a lot of staring.
Yeah,
it is
I agree with that.
Self-congratulatory, isn't it?
But also, I guess if you're watching it and listen to the crowd and they are going, you're like, well, they're popping for this. Let's keep on doing it. You're like,
it is different when you're at home, innit?
Of course. Now Zayn is here, furious at everyone. Yeah. Priest is here to do, Damian Priest, that is, to do old school, which is a risky move in this match, but no one eliminates him, so well done, pal.
Yeah.
No one's buying DP as a main event guy, though, because it doesn't get that big of a reaction. And Dom
compared to who's in the ring with him at the time,
Yeah,
I think they're on different brands and there's spaces available, I think people are. Because he is getting good pops on the weekly.
Yes, he is. I think he's definitely in a tier below all these other lads. Dom gets ejected by Dom. I've put here. Well, that's not right. Who eliminated him?
Priest, I think.
Priest, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, Domian Priest. Well done, Maffew. Good notes. LA Knight number 29. His Rumble debut, apparently. Wow.
Slim Jim. It was that one. It was the Slim Jim.
He wrestled.
Sorry, I was like, he's been out. I can picture him. No, it
He
was
wrestled Ray. He wrestled Bray that year. Then he was in was it the 4-way last year? Was it a 4-way?
Yep, 4-way. That's right.
So
Good memory.
This would be the first one, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I think he was Max Dupree, wasn't he, the year before?
That's right. Oof. He elbows Cena. Well done. Jay superkick Zayn out to keep that story going about Zayn not being able to trust people.
Yes. Watch out, Cody.
Yep. And then Logan Paul at number 30, and I just put oof, but ooh bit is like 15 oohs.
I feel like a dirty boy because I really enjoyed, not the fact he came in number 30, that was a bit like, that's a bit of a risky one, a brave one. But when he got hopped onto the announce table and started drinking Prime and then snuck up the stairs to eliminate Styles in the midst of a forearm, I thought that was good, that. And I'm sad to say it because it's him, but it was good.
Yeah, I think we have to say it every single time we talk about Logan Paul, isn't it?
Yeah.
Drew gets dumped by Priest. No, that was my pick, you prick. very undramatic there, I thought, considering Drew's place in the card. But,
Maffew.
Well, yeah, we talked about this morning.
oh, it's so funny. But according to the dirt sheets, he shoot mad.
You know what? I've since watched it back after that news video we did this morning. I now agree with you. I think the lads eliminating Drew rushed their spot rather than LA Knight and Logan Paul getting in the way of what they were trying to do.
Oh, massively.
Yeah.
Logan was doing the showboating, and then LA Knight comes up from behind him. They're doing their thing. They're in the center of the ring. Stay away until they're done. Just let them do the slam. And then, and then
I was thinking maybe LA Knight stood behind Logan for too long, and they were like, right, get on with it so we can do our spot. But then it's just like, wouldn't you just wait until they were out the way? They were out the way before you were doing what you were doing? I don't know. But I'm more on Adam's side than I was this morning, I must admit.
How dare you eliminate me like this? But yeah, I can see it. Logan jumps on the announce table and I put, now what? Be great if he was just unable to get back in, but that's not what happened. Priest gets eliminated by Knight. Styles dumps Knight. No mention of their feud from last year. Okay, fair enough then. Styles is then dumped by Logan, who's stealing Kofi's spots. Who's conspicuous by his absence as well. First time he's not been in a Rumble in bloody ages.
Oh, that kid. You see the kid meeting Xavier Woods at the meet and greet?
Oh.
He had a t-shirt on. It was just like, I got detention at school and my punishment was to meet Xavier Woods on his t-shirt. At a meet and greet. Fantastic scenes.
All right, that killed me in the Rumble next year. Punk dumping both Rollins and Roman. Oh, hell yeah. And then Logan eliminating Punk. I'm glad Jack's having a long walk this week. He may have come to the office armed.
It was interesting because wasn't he just bragging to Kevin Owens on SmackDown that he's never lost to Logan Paul? CM Punk. And now he's just been limited from the Rumble by
He
Logan
did say
Paul.
that, yes.
What a funny turnabout of events, eh? Could this have WrestleMania implications?
Oh.
I want to put my neck on the line again. I reckon one of Punk, Rollins, and Roman will get the title, and then one of the matches at WrestleMania for a title will be Roman versus Punk versus Rollins. That's what I read from that situation.
Your neck is pulling in a shift this week. Like.
Yeah. Chop it off.
The final three, John Cena, Jey Uso, Logan Paul. And I put, oh no, come on now. Thank Christ, Logan Paul is outed by Cena. Good word in there, Maffew. So it's Jey versus John. I thought, that's an interesting choice, but the crowd is here for it. Again, I'm just glad. At this point, I'm like, oh, Logan Paul's not winning it. All right, panic over. Cena sells headbutting a Samoan for old time's sake. Good lad.
Yeah.
Some amazing selling from both men on the ring apron as the crowd are going, whoa, whoa. It's one of those haunted house rides. And then, oh my God, finally, an underdog, unlikely guy winning it. Maybe the first time since what? Del Rio? I think it's times of unlikely or out there picks for a Rumble winner. Wow, was not expecting that. Bloody hell, they got me.
I love the finish, yeah.
Yeah, I really, really liked it as well. Obviously, it has been, there's been a bit of a pile on online. Isn't it mental that people wanted, like, John Cena, who's there for one more year, to do the thing that he's done before over Jey, who has been consistently over for the longest time now? I love the choice, personally. I'm really happy about it. And you know what? Cena's still going to get his WrestleMania main event, no doubt, because he's John Cena. I think you just got to be a little bit patient with this, haven't you? Cena's already declared himself for the Elimination Chamber. I don't think he'll win there either, but I think he'll have a main event match at WrestleMania still somehow. I don't think Jey is going to get the main event either. If he's going up against Gunther, that's not a WrestleMania show closer, is it? He'll be opening main event Jey. So I think for that one,
night one main event. They wouldn't lie to us. Apart from all those times they've lied to us and said it's going to be the main event in WrestleMania, and it was.
I don't think it will.
Del Rio when it was the opening match.
I thought it was brilliant.
Versus Edge.
I love the way it was said because you're thinking, oh, right, it's Jey Uso versus John Cena. Cena's in the last year. It's a foregone conclusion that Cena will get the win. He doesn't. For years, I've been doing this like wrestling coverage malarkey for 10 years, and it feels like every year apart from the last couple, we've been like, oh, the road to WrestleMania is so predictable. What we're doing? Can't there be more avenues to go down every year and keep us guessing? We're finally getting that now, and people are moaning, and I don't get it. I've got no idea what the WrestleMania card's going to be, and I think that's a brilliant thing.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Totally.
Plus, one of the best things about WWE right now is the sheer amount of headliners and genuine stars they've got. They can take a chance on a guy like Jey. They can use it to build him up because Drew, Punk, Cody, Rollins, Roman, to name but a few, I'm not going to name all of them. But there's so many. They didn't need to win it. Cena didn't need to win it. But Jey, if his story's gonna be, he took on Gunther. Gunther went, oh, you can beat me, ye? Why don't you win the Rumble? He wins it, and Gunther's like, oh my God. You know, that's a story.
Yeah.
That's an actual genuine story and get invested in. Everybody else will be all right. I mean, Punk's got to wrestle Logan Paul. Oh, well, them's the breaks. But yeah, there's going to be all these other stuff that doesn't need that. Mania's going to be stacked for matches and stuff and stories and stuff. Punk and Roman, obviously, on the outside.
And Rollins as well.
Stomping everybody.
Logan Paul and CM Punk, maybe? He would never do that, would he? CM Punk, that is. Imagine if they presented Logan Paul to CM Punk, what he would do.
He's there for the money, isn't he now? Like, I know he's not going to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, but what about Logan Paul?
I'll tell you what, though, because if it was the early days of the Yeet Jey Uso, where he literally was just Yeet every other word, I would be a bit like, what we're doing here. But not only is he over Rover with the crowd,
he's over.
Selling bare merch, but he's also got slightly more back towards being that layered Jey Uso that was like the best thing about the bloodline for a period of time.
Yeah.
When he was conflicted and all these emotions, we're getting back there slowly.
And they can finally go, somebody, you don't know who's going to win the Rumble. It's nice when it's unpredictable. And we've got something unpredictable. It can't be unpredictable and predictable at the same bloody time. So, hell yeah, I'm happy for it. I've seen some people say this is like Nick Jackson winning the Rumble. I'm like, have you not been watching TV? Do you not know how insanely over Jey Uso is right now? How much merch he's selling?
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You forget sometimes you go online, you're talking to people, and they're getting passionate about a show they don't watch.
Yeah.
They've heard and read, seen some GIFs. So it's crazy to go. You know, Jey Uso's really good right now as a singles.
Based off reaction alone, it's fully deserved. There's no question of that. I guess people might watch the Saturday Night Main Event GIF on Twitter of the spear and go, ooh, what we're doing here. But that's the wrong way to consume wrestling as well.
Yep.
I think I've got no issue with it at all.
Death to Twitter.
I love how open WrestleMania is this year. It's not predictable at all. Don't know what's going to happen. Great.
Especially when people complain so readily about Triple H's predictable booking. We've got something that truly isn't this year. I think the next few months are really crucial for Jey to prove the naysayers wrong, that he's not just Mr. Yeet and he does more than that. Because if you think back to some of the Uso promos and then some of the solo Jey promos during the Bloodline era, he's one of the best talkers WWE have got. Yeah, they've diluted it because it sells loads and loads of merch and fair play, and he'll still say Yeet for sure. But I think people will be on board by WrestleMania, and I think he's going to have a Yeselmania, Kofi Mania, Yeetlemania.
Yeetlemania.
It's going to happen.
Pat and Wade would be like, haha, that sounds like cum for another few weeks. It'll be over.
Michael Cole might perish at WrestleMania after that long show.
Oh, God, at the post show, it's like, well, here, I've got no voice, I need a whiskey. And Alan Pierce is like, I've got crates of it around the back if you want some.
You see him eating on the table, though. Michael Cole, just out of time with everybody else. He was
He's an old white guy.
Hanging on for dear life.
See that clip when he's trying to do the dap? And it's like, go on, Pat, let me try to get past it. No, you're an old white dude. You don't do that. It was so good. I'd say this Rumble was in category 2 in terms of that. Just maybe not greats of all time level, but still very good because it had that last stretch. One goes, who's winning this? I don't know, and that's what makes it great.
It had that like match of two halves kind of thing that the women's had, but it was a lot more noteworthy than the women's this year for me. So the men defeat the women this year in the Rumble matches.
That's right. And I'll put random highlights. Wade and Pat and Cole work well together. Pat asked Wade if he was going to boo Dia Valkyria because she's Irish.
Yep.
That was a moment that happened, and Wade's like, well, no. What have you been reading, mate? But some good and bad, but reading it back there, and there's notes like that. You know what? Yeah, I'll always enjoy the Rumble, even if it's crap. And it wasn't crap this year, so I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I guess the only down point was really the 2 out falls, 3 falls tag match, when it wasn't given the time a match like that should be given, which doesn't really fill you with hope for the tag division going forwards on SmackDown. But the rest I thought was a lovely evening had by all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And looked up at the notes, and I have no more anything else to say about this mega show.
Brilliant. It's genuinely the most stacked Rumble that we've had since 1992. There were so many potential winners in there. And they took a chance. And we've been asking for that for the longest time. When was the last unpredictable one? Nakamura?
Oh, yeah, I'd say that one. Yeah, you know what? The fact I was trying to rack my brains going, who's the other underdog to win? And they're like, oh, yeah, Nakamura, who I always forget as well.
It was Nakamura. It just bothers me. It doesn't bother me. It bores me. The fact that people are going they're so negative about this.
I was saying, though, I'm happy that people are reacting like that. The worst thing you can have is indifference, or I don't care. The fact that people are tearing their hair out going, Jey Uso? I'm like, yeah, it's great. I love that people are getting mad.
Yeah, fair.
Better be mad than nothing.
That's true.
He's not a bad guy. He's not a good guy.
What guy is he?
He's the guy.
You know what? If he says that promo on Raw SmackDown, ooh. Another note here, actually, -5 stars of the pay-per-view. So you took the Noah tag titles off at Omos, and he says, I've gone back to WWE. And he was at the Rumble.
Bastards. I think they just got him in for the meet and greet photos to have somebody big to stand next to. People are like, I'll get a photo with Omos if I had to pick anybody.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Worst Rumble of all time. That's it. That's our final thoughts.
God, the Undertaker must be crying. He loves Omos.
Yeah.
Loves him.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
And now it's time for 15 minutes of adverts. Sorry, no, not really. It's time for some mailbag. Good evening.
Good evening.
Now that we have passed the 2025 Rumble, I had a question I wanted to ask you. Do you think some of the magic of the Rumble has been lost in recent years? I feel it's too serious now and doesn't have fun entrance anymore. We do not get surprise one-off appearances from legends, and anyone who does appear from outside the current roster, like iShowSpeed, gets eliminated before the next entrant comes in. I remember growing up, good, I'm glad, I used to look forward to what the surprises would be in the Rumble every year. But these days, they just announced like 20 people from the roster who are entering already. For both Rumbles this year, I already know from like number 23 who the remaining people will be in the Rumble this year. Yeah, before they announced it beforehand, apart from Nikki Bella and Julia. Well, okay.
There's 2 of 10.
There you go. I don't mean to say that I hate that it's serious because I enjoyed the Punk Roman Seth angle, but I feel in previous years we used to have both, like the Brock Rumble. Thanks, guys. Mac. Thank you, Mac. Famous footballer.
Mac. So has the Rumble lost its magic?
No.
Nah.
I
Me
think,
either.
I think this chap's exact criticism was actually the selling point of the Rumble. The fact that they named so many people because they were all potential winners,
Yep.
like people that you could actually believe would do it. And yeah, we still had surprises in there.
Trish, yeah.
Yeah, Trish. Yeah, Henry. Jordan Grace. Not much of a surprise, but sure.
I was surprised with her mum.
Speed. To me, it was. I'm a sucker as well for Hillbilly Jim or Duggan or whatever coming out. I think that's really fun. I don't think this was the year to do that. I think this is the year to hammer home, these are our guys right now. And thinking with the Netflix audience in mind, you've actually got a really nice cross-section of eras in there anyway. You've got Cena, who's been there for the longest time. You've got Ray in there, who's been in there for the longest time. I was about to say Orton, but Orton wasn't in it. But you've got people representing those different eras to the point where maybe you don't need some old fella coming out and doing things because they were well represented.
Well said. And I think to begin with the Women's Rumble, for the first few years, it was like 30%. No, that's Maffew. Yeah, a third is what I meant to say, which is 33 and a third. And I don't want to say incorrect things in this podcast. Was legends and part-timers because they hadn't built up like obviously they've got today. NXT's amazing women's division, all the rest. So I was worried like, are they going to do this every year? Because it's going to take away from the people on the roster and all this if it's just going to be, the legends. But the fact that there was only Nikki and Trish.
Nikki.
It's the positives of the division.
Took them 8 years.
Yeah,
but no, they got
Rome
there.
wasn't built in a day.
It was like the women's was also stacked as well. Yeah, they need a few people from NXT, but they all had good showings and they all look great.
Yeah, and I think that's the idea, isn't it? Look, NXT women. Let's see how they do in the main roster, on this, and the little spots they've been given. It's like good.
Yeah,
working on the job.
I was calling for more before this year's event. In fact, we got 2 proper, legends of the game coming back in the ladies' ranks. That's enough for me. That's all it needs to be.
Yeah.
Without taking too much away from the current day crop, but I fully agree with Adam. Netflix, new era. These are our people that you need to watch over the next coming years. I think that was the right way to go this year.
Yeah, and also obviously go back with that the LOL dirt sheet stuff like that. How are people supposed to surprise you? Because chances are you'd know who it was. John Grace had to lie to people to be a surprise. So even they can't do the things now because everyone's permanently online. It's not like, I don't know, Bob Backlund in 2000. Bob Backlund spotted outside a Taco Bell near the event. Maybe he's just there to have a nice time. Whatever. It's like it's going to be found out anyway if they're going to do a proper surprise.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who they could have even brought back, who we've not seen before.
Yeah,
who is it still wrestling? Because obviously they're in AEW.
Kennedy.
Yeah, but you've got people from that era still wrestling. So you go back further to the Attitude Era. Edge and Christian still going. The Hardys are still going. Yeah, you could have had Bubba Ray come out.
Ken Shamrock because he's just signed his bloody Legends deal. I thought that
Shamrock would have been cool, wouldn't it? But
another year, another declined invitation, I guess.
There's not that many that I want to see. I don't want to.
Al Snow.
Yeah, Blackman.
Oh yes.
Snow would get a pop.
Yeah, he would. God, imagine that. Good evening, diddlers.
Good evening.
Just finished the Rumble, and I got one. I'm absolutely delighted, with the result of the men's Rumble. Jey Uso is my favorite wrestler in the world, and has been since the Bloodline story got me back into wrestling. Thing is, I've seen a mostly negative reaction so far, especially the people who are just happy that a wrestler they like a lot won. I also noticed this being a thing during Liv Morgan's title reign also. The reasoning I've seen thrown around being, it doesn't matter if they're your favorite, or I was talking The Rock, the better story is blah, 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 and whatever. After that load of useless background info, my question is, I was on the question, do you think wrestling fans have become too obsessed with the perfect story, so to speak? For example, I often see people feeling almost scared to celebrate their favorite winning something because there was another option that might have led to a better story. What do you guys think? Am I just childish for wanting my favorite wrestlers to win every match regardless, or should we always want the best story to prevail no matter who it is? Thanks for all you do, and best of luck navigating the next few months because it's looking like the most unpredictable WrestleMania in years, which is a good thing in my opinion. Kind regards from a West Ham striker, Ricardo Vazte. Is that right?
Vazte, yeah.
Vazte, a.k.a. Gary from Ireland. Thank you, Gary.
I like Ricardo a lot. I wish I could be Gary. Genuinely. Imagine just watching wrestling and rooting for the ones that you like the best. That's the way to do it, isn't it? He's got it all worked out.
Yeah.
That's way more fun.
It's sometimes you get this weird period where I'm 37 or 38, I genuinely don't know. And I've been telling people on Twitch as well, because people are like, Maffew, have you heard this? Because like you'll reach a point in your life where you will stop caring about being cool and knowing absolutely everything about everything. I know obviously you're supposed to be whatever, cool Mr. Person. I'm saying I'm so much happier not trying to, I know everything, I'm so smart. It is nice just to go, I want that guy to win. But what about this stuff? I like him. I like that wrestler better than that wrestler. I would have been happy if Penta won. But what about the story of the Bloodline? Don't care. Should have wrestled better. Should have made sure all three of his feet touch the ground. There's nothing wrong with being a wrestling fan and going, I like them. But why? Because never mind this. This is speaking.
So what did Ethan Page do to you then? Because you hate him, but you still won't tell us why.
It's been nothing but nice to us. So funny. But I have nothing to say now. Because he asked me 10 times. I still haven't got anything funny to say. So I should make up a story and tell Air Gold.
I don't know. He came last in the Hall of Fame. He might not be that big anymore.
Ethan Page. I lent him a Game Boy Advance. He still hasn't returned it. He's a nerdy thief. What about you, Ross?
I fully agree with you. I mean, we've all got a favourite.
Oh, you hate Ethan Page as well?
Oh, yeah, he's a terrible
Knew
guy.
it.
Terrible guy. No, we've all got a favourite on the podcast that we root for. And obviously in this job, you do need to sort of look at what's happening and sort of the chatter among the fan bases and whatnot and sort of riff off that from time to time. But by and large, watching wrestling with a favourite is good. Also heartbreaking, like supporting a football team. For years, I loved Rusev. He went nowhere. It was heartbreaking time to live through, but there was the hope that kept you going. So I agree with you there. I do agree with the point made in the email as well that fans are putting the perfect story in this Triple H era, maybe ahead of what just supporting wrestlers like you would do a sports team or something like that. Yeah.
I'm enjoying the story, and I got my favourites.
Yeah.
We used to watch, it's like Day of the Boys Stable, I guess, those W keep unplugging. But we used to watch, the Rumble Mania with mates, and some of them be like, all right, I'm watching this because you guys are here, and this is my house, so I have to watch it. And like, who do you want to win? And like, Kane, it's like, he's not wrestling anymore. All right, then Booker T, like, he's a commentator. I don't care. He's one of my favorites. I want Booker T to win. And that's it.
Yeah.
No one was going, you stupid idiot. Don't you read the dirt sheets? They were like, okay, yeah, you're a wrestling fan. Those have your favorites.
There's this assumption that the perfect story even exists, and it's just completely subjective. My perfect story is completely different to your perfect story.
Yep.
So there's no way of winning. I can hear 50 different fantasy booked whatevers. I'm going to like one the best. And if that one doesn't happen, the rest aren't good enough.
Yeah. This is my booking. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
People are so quick to dismiss. This Jey Uso thing proves it, I think, more than ever. Just be a bit patient. Complain about it after it's happened, sure. Then you can go back and go like, oh, I didn't like that, I didn't like that. Whinging about stuff that's literally not happened.
Crazy, isn't it?
Nutters.
You got to have optimism as a wrestling fan. There's so much stuff
And
to be
none of us
optimistic
do.
about.
Yeah, but we've been through the trenches over the past 10 years. If you start watching wrestling the last 2 years, on a WWE level at least, you don't know how good you've got it, do you?
Oh, gotta watch it. What did Lucha Blog do the other day? It was just a montage of like that sequence in Rumble 2015 when it was Big Show and I think Kane.
Yeah, Big Show and Kane.
Just
Everybody.
eliminating Ziggler, Daniel Bryan. The crowd like, what am I doing? I paid money for this. Yeah, he was like the prime hater years or something like that. And you're like, yeah, go back and watch them, and then come back and watch this Rumble. Bloody hell.
Yep.
So good. Thank you very much. Mailbag@cultaholic.com. Positive messages only. Wrist piss. Ooh. How you doing, pals?
How you doing?
I enjoyed watching the Royal Rumble this year. Get out. But the whole time, I had one question on my mind. Who would a Cultaholic X Triple Jump Office Royal Rumble be like? Ooh, I'm enlisting you wonderful chaps to give us all a little insight in what would it look like. Okay, here are the rules. Oh no. It's up to you to decide whether this Rumble is a work or a shoot.
Shoot, surely.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah.
Big stakes.
Yeah. If you suggest the name of someone we, the listening audience, are not familiar with, please explain why they're the right fit for the role. 3, finally, fastest thought first. Hang on. Unless, of course, thinking about it helps you come up with a funnier answer.
Always does.
Thank you. Here are the spots we need. Number 1 and number 2. 2 competitors who can start the Rumble off right with a compelling 2-minute mini match before more competitors show up.
None of us.
Right.
Jack and Fraser I'd go for.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
sure.
right.
That'd be compelling.
That's like Axe and Smash starting off, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that wrestler. Yeah, but I liked him before you.
They're part
And then they make out.
I don't know. Jack sort of like resents Fraser's youth.
He constantly talks about it, even though Jack looks the same age or younger than him. He's Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
Most eliminations.
Ooh.
I can see
Fastest for thirst.
Sam. Yeah, he's got endurance.
Pierce is a video editor here called Cultaholic. Silent Assassin. Is he Joel? You know him better than me. 'cause we work in different offices.
He could get a few boys out,
Yeah,
definitely.
so Irish as well, the fighting Irish spirit.
Irish whip.
Irish whip wrestler. He trained there for many years. I
Irish
heard.
curse. He's got that thing, the genitalia.
Huge phallus. Yeah, Pierce I go for. Terrified of him, me.
I think Ross.
Okay.
Gillette.
I think he's going to do it. He'll do the Nia Jax thing. We'll get 8 out at once.
Yeah.
And then drop kicked over the top rope by Fraser.
There you
Oh,
go.
that would really bother me. That
The Logan Paul of the office, Fraser
It
Porter.
really is, yeah.
He's right at ringside by his new mates, the Boom Crew. All right. Iron Man performance.
Someone with stamina.
Andrew.
Andrews, yeah, he's only got an ounce of fat in
think?
him, that boy. Yeah.
He's
He's
shredded.
burning himself out. He's like
No,
one of those farmer's
no.
dogs.
You lift his shirt up, which I haven't done. You lift his shirt up, and he like Finn Balor. He's shredded.
Yeah,
You
but
saw it at
you
the
need
top.
quite
Yeah,
a
but
bit.
he's Finn Balor. Let's get it. Come on now.
Well, from the waist up.
Okay, fair enough then. So, you all right?
TV's just gone onto the screen.
Oh, okay, fine. Never like hearing a ooh noise. Iron Man performance. Oh, God. Ben Potter. Because he keeps on going up the bloody the mountains.
Does he?
He's like
Does he?
Hannibal. Aye. Yeah, he keeps all the climbing and stuff he does.
He'd be listening now. Hello, Ben.
As he's on the mountain.
He listens, huh?
Yeah.
Terrifying.
Richard
Say hello to
Tubman,
Darby Allin for us. What's
Richard
that?
Tubman, former wrestler.
The actual wrestler.
Rides a
yeah.
bike.
Yeah, Tubman, yeah. And he's an athlete as well,
Yeah, he
Tubman.
does like 70 kilometers a day in Japan,
Yeah,
doesn't
he's
he, on his
pretty
bike?
fit.
He did.
Yeah, Iron Man. Yeah, Tubman's
Richard
good.
Tubman, yeah.
Okay.
Although Target the back.
Ah, he's got a sore back, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's mentioned before on the podcast.
From carrying the editing. Friends turned enemies. 2 competitors who work together well until one turns on the other and eliminates them. Ooh.
Tom's
Tom
the
and you.
nice guy. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Oh, no.
Tom turns on you.
Yeah.
That even fantasy booking, that's ridiculous.
Oh, I can see Tom do that.
Yeah, he
There's a
would.
dark side to Tom that not many people see, but I sit next to him in the office. You see it come out from time to time. Oh, it's
What
dark.
does he say? Like?
He says, ooh,
Always slagging you off, Maffew.
Maffew.
How dare you? I would never do that. Apart from when I forgot that he was in the little chat that we were in on Slack and I messaged told about him and he goes, "Hi, Matthew."
Oh, yeah, it was on Tom's stag too. Matthew's like, look at all these. It's like sitting in a room with 12 Toms.
Yeah, all of Tom's mates were radio guys, so they all talk. Hi, it's good to see you again, Tom. How's the news at 10? It was a room full of that. So message you in the chat. He went, oh yeah, hi Maffew. I've never left this chat.
You've got no shame. You're telling this with such pride as well. You're
took it well.
still like, oh, what radio guys?
Because he thinks he can trust Tom to never turn on him. But he will.
Yeah, and then he'd be like, Tom said, that's fine. And then he'd eliminate me and goes, remember that one time? I'm like, oh, that was years ago, Tom.
You know what he'd say on your way out? Love you, bye.
Oh.
Yeah. A dagger to the heart.
Then Candle in the Window start playing over speakers. What about you?
Friends turn enemies. I said, yeah, you and Tom.
Oh, yeah, that was your pick. I was trying to steal it, yes.
I haven't got anything better than that.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
perfect.
we'll go with that one. Comedic short run. Enters the match and is eliminated in seconds.
I've got history there.
Owen Mawson, I would go for.
What would Owen do?
He's just a funny little chap, isn't he? Then he just
Oh, because then the camera does him in the face and go, oh, no.
That famous Scouser. Owen
Oh,
Mawson.
it's not a good impression, bloody hell.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, that was horrible. Sorry, pal. What would he say?
Oh, I can't do a Scouse accent
Oh,
either.
okay. We all suck at this. Hi, I'm Owen. Oh, no, I've been eliminated.
Yeah,
There, that's what he
that's it.
talks like. Surprise appearance. Someone who isn't a regular member of The Office, but exists in the greater Cultaholic universe, but is sure to pop the audience. Examples could include Barry the Shark or Big Mama Bodge. Oh, no, I'm not going to be on this.
Jen. It's got to be Jen, isn't it? Jen would get a huge pop.
Nah,
that's
not
our
Jen.
Alexa Bliss.
No, I'll tell you what our Alexa Bliss is. Penny.
Oh, nobody knows what she looks like.
Exactly, it could be
Oh,
anybody.
Jack's girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah, did you hear that noise?
What
You
a
go, we know
sting.
whose theme it is. Jack's mate.
What was he
He's
called
one
again?
of them.
I've forgotten his name. What was he called?
Oh,
Stop it.
Thomas?
Tom. Was it Tom?
Oh, damn it.
Stop it, Tom.
Picking a
He's
random
having a
boy's
se-
name.
Having a seizure.
He went, stop it, Jack's mate.
A brilliant sting, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that old puppet Jack, who's not famous now for AEW Collision. And finally, the winner. Oh. Now we're talking.
Let's put someone over, like Jey Uso's not
Yeah, I was trying to think, who needs the rub?
Fraser.
Like Luke Osborne?
Luke, yeah.
Yeah, he's made a few appearances. Was on that metro ride where he nearly got mugged.
Huh?
That'll be like,
London.
Like, you know, they're doing an episode of X Factor. They tell us Terry's story. We show that beforehand.
You want to invest in the future, so I'm going Fraser there.
Nah, not Fraser. It would go to his head. It would go to his head.
He turned heel 24 hours later. Oh, because he's a musical fan. He'd go, this is wicked.
I'd go Joel down there. He's
Yes,
like,
come on.
Oh, Joel's good.
Everybody's
Yeah.
asking for it as well. aren't
Everyone
they?
wants
Joel
it.
Uso.
All the women in the crowd, yeah, we
Yeah.
slept with him.
And I'll
Get
be like,
yourself on
"Wait."
camera, Joel. Come on, show your
Oh, he's there.
Tron.
Hey!
First time.
I show Shag. Famous streamer.
I'd be happy to win it. Who would I eliminate last?
Dan Heppel or Owen, one of your
Who's the big?
threesome.
Oh,
Yes.
who's the
Or
biggest in
Ryan.
the office? It's gonna be you, isn't it? You're the Omos.
Tall. Now Mitch Wadden has gone to pastures new.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a couple of inches on most.
Good to hear.
Joel to
Nice
win.
signs there. Yeah, cool. So, yeah. You topple, you fall out like the Saddam statue, and then everyone's cheering for Joe. Be grand now.
Or I fight
you.
Or I fight you at Mania.
Fight me. Well, you're assuming I'm the champion.
Don't know.
I never win predictions. I haven't had
Yeah,
that belt
that's
for about
true.
a year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but she's gonna be the final boss. So who do you eliminate then? You get to pick Joe.
Maybe Ryan, because I used to live with him. One of our editors, Ryan.
I knew
So
that's
he knows all
that's
your
a-
moves.
I
It's
knew
a
you didn't
personal
like
He knows when you go for a
story.
poo.
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic. I try to keep this one short because even though I love a long and girthy podcast, I also love the idea of you find people having a more reasonable work-life balance. Madness. Thanks for the great content and being wonderfully human beings. Former Japanese school football player turned digi-destined Taichi Tai Kamiya. I hope at least Maffew can understand and enjoy a Digimon reference. Oh, I loved it. A.K. Michael Bartholomew from Utah. Cheers, Utah.
Why didn't
Done that for you.
Why didn't you love it?
Buried it.
I did. Could you not tell how much I liked that? Thanks, pal. Taichi Tai. Come
Can you
here.
Google what Ethan Page's real name is and where he was born, please, Joel?
Utah, that famous
Jimmy's
Canadian state.
Michael Bartholomew from Utah. Whoa, it is Michael Bartholomew.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Julian Mysevsky?
Close enough.
Mysevsky. Goodness me.
My Chevsky, it could be. No, I think you're right.
From Canada. Stony Creek.
That's the only wrestler I have heat with is Ethan Page. It's so funny.
Stony Creek. Where's the places over here called Stony Creek?
We've got Hebden.
End the podcast, Matt. It's over.
Well, that was nice.
What's that?
What time are we on, like, roughly?
About 1 hour 47-ish. I
Oh,
reckon.
okay.
Yeah.
So obviously you find people who are listening to our voices right now and watching our lovely faces on the YouTube thing, whatever you got set up. Please let us know how you thought. Have you enjoyed this? Obviously, again, don't worry. The Big and Girthy podcast will be on right at the end of the week, as it always is, just with less rumble, just to make it easier to digest. Like that last Harry Potter film, which you brought up several times. This is definitely Hollow's part 1. You get the part 2 soon. So let us know.
He is.
Pachidi, anything to plug until you can't plug anymore?
No, I don't think so. I'm live on Twitch tomorrow at 6, watching old British telly.
Anything specific?
No idea. I don't figure it out.
Sorry.
It gets to 5:30 and I have a scramble.
Okay,
Get something
good.
crap down on
Big
YouTube.
news for the home and away fans. What have you got, Ross?
WTF for the Rumble will be on Patreon later this week, so keep your eyes peeled. But Tubman's having some sort of procedure done, so we'll see where we can fit.
Oh,
in.
really?
Aye.
Oh.
Nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Just he has to go somewhere else. That made that sound terrible.
No, you accidentally do innuendo for people all the
Yeah,
time.
he's just busy and he's got something on.
He's busy, that's
That he can't get out of, so it might be scuffed a little bit. But it'll be out live this week. Don't worry.
Bless. And I will be doing sod and all. I mean, I'll be trying to pump out Botchmania as quickly as possible. But Tom is on holiday. It's proper honeymoon. Honeymoon part 2, like this bloody podcast. Because turns out the one where I looked at his cat last time was just a preamble, a preview of things to come. So this is a proper holiday.
Maffew, in another unintentional, funny communication episode, for want of a better phrase.
Oh, no.
Spoiled the Royal Rumble for Ben Potter. So we're in a WhatsApp group looking after Pablo, Tom's cat. Ben had been avoiding going on all social media, and then Maffew went in and went, "You won't believe it, Pablo."
Funny picture of the cat looking, got that weird look on his face. Now we'll put captions if I'm talking to the cat. Oh, Pablo, you won't believe that Jimmy won. Oh no, that Logan Paul eliminated CM Punk, and Ben was just like, I've avoided all social media. I've avoided all
so good.
spoilers, and I found out via this effing cat babysitting chat that we got.
So
I'm like,
good.
I thought it was weird I didn't come upstairs today.
I was pissing myself
he's
laughing
sharpening his
when I
knives
saw
at
that.
home when he sees me.
I thought it was so funny. It was
Mate.
the most Maffew thing I've ever seen.
Sorry, Ben.
Texting results every time now.
While the show
Every film that's come out, just the Wikipedia synopsis. Nosferatu dies, lol.
Really? No.
He's a vampire.
He's dead already, isn't he?
Yeah, whatever. Thank you very much. Patreon.com/Cultaholic, mailbag@cultaholic.com. It's been lovely people. We're going to go there. We're going to point the screen and we'll yeet.
Yeah.
To 3.
No,
1,
he's one of them. No?
1, 2, 3.
Yeet.
He's one of them.
Oh, right.
Bye.